This game, you're not ready for it.
In New York City, welcome to Fox and Friends. Will Kane, Pete Hegseth, Rachel Campos.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's do 4 hours.
Let's do it.
I love it.
I always hold up 4 in our 4th hour. We never hold up 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
But you're here with us.
Actually,
Our day started.
guys, this group here, this is the fastest these 4 hours have ever gone for me. I like it.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Just like this. It's work is the best when it doesn't like work.
That's right.
So let's get it started. The Biden administration is ramping up deportation flights to Haiti as officials try to contain what's become an incredible surge in Del Rio, Texas. It's now up to almost 50
More agents there temporarily. They say they're going to deport more Haitians, but I'll give that when I see that. They've talked about a lot about deportations for a long time and a lot of different reasons, and they've had a lot of opportunities to and have not. But that's not a plan. That's not addressing anything.
That looks like a favela in Brazil. That looks like a shanty town in Peru. This is absolutely shocking.
I haven't made it known publicly, but I sent a letter to President Biden not too long ago asking him to come down here to meet with me and other Texas sheriffs. To now, we haven't received any reply, but I'm frustrated. I do want him to do more. You know, I'm just, right now we all need to be working together, and at this point, it seems like a lot of us don't have much of a plan.
Attendance in Washington, D.C. outnumbered the number of protesters in Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, no footage, no coverage, no images like the ones you just saw on your screen on other, I don't know, what do we call them anymore? Legacy, mainstream, corporate media? I'm not sure what you call it anymore. How about this? Propaganda media.
Yeah. There were some images, Will, but it was so small. It's a blip. And to me, when you combine what's happening at the border with what happened in Afghanistan, because we now know that we released prisoners from, a terrorist out of a prison in Bagram Air Base. You know that the terrorists are inspired by their victory over us in Afghanistan. This is a really toxic situation. You have an open border, you have a border patrol completely overwhelmed. They're babysitting in detention centers, and now they're being moved over to this situation. What they're not doing is guarding our borders and keeping the bad guys out, the cartels and possibly the terrorists. So this is really toxic. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris, she was not at the border.
The borders are.
Yeah, she was not dealing with the root cause. She was at a football game because, you know, as the affirmative action vice president who was selected because she was a woman and because she was the right color, she likes to go to these things. She went to her alma mater, Howard University, a historically black college. This is the kind of stuff she likes to do. Stuff on the border, not so much.
Yeah, Howard University in Washington, D.C. does not look very well attended there. Just looking at the stands behind. She was going to get to the root causes. And if she cared about root causes, she should make a trip right now to Haiti, which is suffering from amazing political turmoil. They've had an assassination of their president there. I mean, there's a huge problems there. If root causes are the issue, then go there. But she made a trip to the Northern Triangle countries, and that didn't go very well. She said, "Where do you want me to go? Europe? Oh, you mean if you want me to go to the border? I should go to the border." It was a debacle in the 2 days that she was there. She was shuffled right back to Washington, D.C.
She was mocked by the leaders of the triangle. I mean, they didn't even like her.
It's been a sham argument from the beginning, and so we show images like that not because she shouldn't flip coins. I don't care if she flips a coin, but the reality is she has a job that she's utterly abdicating, and instead this seems to be more important.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, but I happened to be watching this randomly on television yesterday. Yeah, I was watching Arsenal versus Burnley. That's an English Premier League soccer game, which before college football kicked off was like 11 a.m. to noon our time. This came on right after Howard versus Hampton, and I didn't know she'd be walking out. So not for nothing, it was the most awkward situation you've ever seen.
Why was it awkward?
I have to appreciate that I have not flipped a coin. I might not know where to walk, what to do in every situation, whose hands to shake and what to do. But she certainly did not.
Yeah.
So it was just a little...
She can't even do that right.
I just...
She can't do the
no,
border.
huge
She can't do
indictments.
coin.
Just, it was awkward. The entire situation was awkward.
Rain
Act like you've been
Arroyo.
there before. That's a principle of. That's what I tell my kids when they get in the end zone. Act like you've been there before. Don't look like a maniac.
Right. Well, she wasn't celebrating. She wasn't doing any dances in midfield. She was more wandering, taking cues from her commander-in-chief.
Reno Arroyo was on the Big Saturday show last night. Here's what he had to say about Kamala choosing to go to her alma mater instead of the border.
She's at a Howard University game today. She should be down at the border patrolling this thing. We should lock the whole thing down today and stop this, because our agents are not only trying to process these 15,000 people under this bridge, there are hundreds still coming on rafts and across the low tide of Rio Grande as we speak. This is a national and international tragedy, and the Biden administration is largely responsible. They better get control of our borders.
They better, but they won't.
A.M. The first kickoff is noon, Pete. Just because I start sportsing before you every morning doesn't mean
fair point.
you get to take shots at me. I sports more before noon than you sports in your life.
That's probably true. That's probably true. I watched casually a few football games yesterday. Rachel didn't watch any.
Oh, no, I didn't do that. I went to church. I go on Saturdays instead, so sorry, guys.
Still Sunday.
All right.
Hey.
Lawrence Jones is going to be live from Del Rio, by the way, tomorrow. So that's going to be really interesting reporting. We have Bill Malugin there, of course, and now we're going to sending Lawrence Jones. I guess Fox is going to have to carry the big lift here on what's going on at the border, since many other reporters just don't seem to care about it.
It's true. And you know what? I bet he'll get access to, hopefully, officers there that can speak candidly about what their frontline agents are dealing with. I can't imagine.
It's crazy.
Now we're doing Fox News alert. Investigators on the Gabby Petito case now turning their efforts toward finding her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie.
FBI and police trekking through the swamps of Florida, where his family say he went for a hike but never returned.
Yeah, and the swamps, by the way, are supposedly full of alligators as well. So it's really, this situation's getting crazy. Carly Shimkus joins us live as the search for Gabby and her boyfriend now spans 2 states. Carly.
Yeah, that's right, Rachel. 2 different states, 2 very different circumstances surrounding their disappearances. But the search is on for both Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. I want to start right here in Florida. This location, the Myakkahatchee Creek and Carlton Reserve, is where authorities are looking for Brian. 50 police officers from 5 different agencies, FBI agents, drones, canines, swamp buggies began scouring this 25,000-acre expanse yesterday. Brian's parents told police he went for a hike here on Tuesday and never came back. They reported him missing 3 days later. Now, when asked why the Laundries waited so long to contact police, spokesman Josh Hiller had this to say.
That's a great question. You know, we've obviously been trying to reach the family and them to get answers in this case since Saturday. The first time that we've had any in-depth full conversation with them was yesterday. Their attorney called and said the family is concerned about Brian's whereabouts.
Now, police called off last night's search by nightfall. It will continue today. Meanwhile, the search for Gabby, and now officially in its 2nd week, the FBI, in coordination with the National Park Service, U.S. Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police are conducting ground surveys at the Spread Creek dispersed camping area in Teton, which is now closed to the public. They are asking anyone who may have seen the couple between the dates of August 27th and 30th to contact the FBI. Also of note, a woman posted a video on TikTok claiming she picked up Brian Laundrie in Grand Teton National Park on August 29th. She says he suddenly became agitated and got out of the car. Listen.
Why he became agitated, I don't know. He just was very set on getting out of the car, which is why we pulled out by the dam, and that's why he got out. I don't know why he wanted to get out so bad.
And police say they have spoken to that woman personally and could potentially utilize her information into their timeline. Back here in Florida, guys, dozens of people gathered in Sarasota for a vigil in support of Gabby Petito. They are now calling her America's daughter.
Carly, thank you.
Thank you, Carly.
Crazy.
Great report.
Rush hour. Experience brilliant performance from our entire line of vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
My son, Rafael, is in trouble, and I gotta get him out of Mexico.
Catch me and then keep your ass on me.
Let's go.
We gotta get out of here. Alright, cowboy.
I used to be a lot of things.
Yes.
For sure. And the fact that he went for a hike on Tuesday and his family didn't report him until Friday?
Yes, they're clearly in on it.
They that's called
1,000 people, as a Texas congressman warns the worst is yet to come. Meanwhile, DHS agents, Pete Rachel, have sent 400 agents and officers to the ground. Texas DPS, Texas sheriffs, urging the Biden administration for help and urging their own forces for vigilance. Of course, this draw resources away from their normal duties, as the southern border's attention all focuses to the images that you see on your screen right now.
Yeah, and those are new exclusive images. I hadn't seen those until right now. I mean, look at that. Is that sanctioned American government holding center? Is that acceptable? Can you imagine if that's what it looked like, where in an area controlled under the Trump administration?
I can't.
Where illegals, regardless of where they were coming from, were living? And so there's 3,000 to 4,000 more than we saw yesterday. There's plans to send 400
images. And the worst part is that border agents are saying the worst yet to come. Here's Representative August Pfluger. He told Fox News, speaking of Border Patrol, the agents say the worst is yet to come. They're worried about what is behind here. They're worried about coordination with Mexico. And meanwhile, sheriffs have said that they're sending letters to the Biden administration saying, please help us. They can't even get a response. And to your point, Pete, where you said, can't imagine this happening under, the Trump administration. I can't imagine former President Donald Trump getting a letter from the sheriff department, from sheriffs on the border, saying, please help us, and him not taking that meeting. I mean, that is what he was good at. He saw problems like this. He loved law enforcement. He appreciated the work that was being done by Border Patrol. And
beneath this border bridge in El Rio, Texas, a group of migrants grows by the hour. The men, women, and children, mostly from Haiti. Tonight, they number nearly 15,000, tripling in size since Wednesday. All waiting in 100-degree heat, washing clothes in the Rio Grande and sleeping outside for a chance to claim asylum.
We need the administration, Secretary Mayorkas, the Vice President, and the President to call this what it is. This is a crisis.
With staff unable to keep up processing, state lawmakers are calling on Washington for help. In response, DHS promising a massive movement of migrants, announcing 400 Border Patrol agents are en route. The agency also resuming deportation flights to Haiti within 72 hours, adding our borders are not open, and people should not make the dangerous journey. With Del Rio's only border crossing now temporarily closed, the city losing cross-border business daily until the migrant situation is under control.
Maria's a small town, and trying to hold on to it.
Many of the migrants have spent years living in South America before choosing to make the dangerous trip north. This man sharing how he's just one of thousands still on the way. Tonight, many of these people could soon be headed back to the island nation, still reeling from a massive earthquake nearly 1 month ago.
What is your message to the president tonight?
President Biden, close the border. Take action to secure our country. You have abandoned citizens of Del Rio, Texas. Take the action to close this border.
And Morgan, Governor Abbott is mobilizing state law enforcement to the border.
Yeah, Jose, he is exact. He has pledged 1,000 Texas Rangers and state troopers to try to help clear this scene. Within the last hour, state troopers have parked alongside the Rio Grande to try to curb more migrants from coming across. But for the ones that are here, there are still desperate needs. You can see ambulances that have put up all afternoon long. We're keeping a very close eye on this for now. Jose?
watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
Did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics, and our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power, proving there's only one best network.
The migrant surge in Del Rio, Texas is getting so bad they closed the bridge migrants were camping out under. Bill Belugian is in Del Rio, Texas with the very latest. Bill.
Yeah, Charles, good morning to you. Right now, we are live to you on a boat in the middle of the Rio Grande. We are heading to that international bridge right now. As we're on, let's take a look at what we come across here. This is just one of many spots here in the Rio Grande where you will see every morning, every night, migrants just crossing back and forth between the U.S. and Mexico. We're going to keep our shots a little wider and get too tight because many of these migrants are nude and bathing in the river right now, but we've been watching it for the better part of the last 45 minutes. You'll see the right side where you're looking right now, that is Ciudad Acuña, that is Mexico, and we've got these migrants leaving Mexico, walking across the shallow Rio Grande and just illegally entering the United States, where they congregate and they walk further into the United States to where that bridge is. Speaking of which, take a look at this. We got our live drone back up over that bridge right now. Stunning images. Yesterday, the numbers under that bridge were a little over 11,000. I'm told by sources this morning it has now topped over 13,000. More migrants have been showing up to that bridge every hour, day in, day out. We showed it to you guys live on the helicopter yesterday. Hundreds of migrants streaming in from Ciudad Acuña by the minute. You might be able to send a drone shot at the bridge. There's no cars on it. The feds had to close down the port of entry because of what's going on underneath that bridge right now. And again, these are mostly Haitian migrants as well as some from Africa who are coming in. Border Patrol is overwhelmed, doesn't have the infrastructure or the manpower to process them right now, so they're using that bridge as shade. You see they're setting up tent structures with sticks and plants. It has gotten significantly more packed down there. And then take a look at this photo right here. A Border Patrol source tells me, who was at the bridge last night, that they're so overwhelmed they're now having to bring in school buses from the local school district here in Del Rio to put some of these migrants on to start getting them out of there. However many they are taking out on buses, whether it's Border Patrol buses or school buses, it's not stopping flow because more people are replacing the people who are leaving, and it's at a level they just cannot keep up with. Back out here live on the Rio Grande, you can see again, we're not even at the bridge right now. We're trying to get over to the area where there's a lot of activity. This is downriver, and you'll find places like this all over the Rio Grande where people are crossing without any resistance whatsoever on either side of the river. One last point to close out here. At our hotel this morning, as we were getting ready to leave, our front desk told us that several of their housekeepers weren't able to show up to work today because they live in Mexico, and the port of entry is closed, so they can't cross. They've got to divert 57 miles away to the east to Eagle Pass, Texas. These are people legally coming into the U.S. trying to work. Americans going to Mexico, Mexicans come into the United States, they do it legally over the port of entry. It's closed right now, so you can imagine it's causing a lot of problems for people all over the area. We'll send it back to you.
Hey, Bill, one quick question before I let you go. Once they get on those buses, where do they go?
That's the golden question, Charles. We don't know. We followed one for a little bit last night and got onto the main interstate and headed towards the Eagle Pass area, but we just do not know where they are going. The local facilities here in the Del Rio area are completely over capacity, so there's no room for them here.
Wow.
So they're having to take, what I've been told from border agents is they're maybe taking them to stations in Alpine, Comstock, elsewhere in Texas, possibly other states. They're having to surge border agents from the northern border to come down here and help. So I'd love to give you a crystal clear answer on where all these buses are going. We just don't know right now, unfortunately.
That is mind-boggling. Bill, you've been doing great work. Thank you so much.
Look at the mass of people down there. This time 2 days ago, there were just over 4,000 people. There are now upwards of 11,000. We are talking nearly a tripling of the numbers in just 48 hours. Hundreds of people crossing from Mexico as we speak right now, arriving into the United States.
Fox News reporter Bill Melugin capturing this shocking footage from the international bridge in Del Rio, Texas, where up to 11,000 migrants are waiting to be processed. Now to react, former White House press secretary and co-host of Outnumbered, my friend, Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, so let me just start with this. We know that the policies from the Biden administration remain in Mexico, catch and release. These are all things that the Biden administration reversed from the Trump administration. This latest wave of people coming through are from Haiti. Again, the result of a policy enacted by the Biden administration, this time to end deportation of flights to Haiti. Why is the Biden administration doing this? I mean, it's so obvious that it's deliberate. What's behind it?
Well, they're trying to placate their far left base. They've already gotten a fair amount of criticism from that plank of the base. That plank of the base saying roll back Title 42 entirely. They've rolled it back in part, and that's led to this unmitigated disaster. To quantify it, Rachel, Title 42 is that provision that allows us to expel migrants who arrive at our border due to public health reasoning, which obviously there's a big public health concern with COVID on the border there, and among other things. Well, only 44% of those who have arrived, a record number of arrivals, more than 200,000, 2 months straight, only 44% were expelled with Title 42. What that means is for 2 months straight, Rachel, 2 months, we have released 100,000 illegal immigrants into the interior of the country. That is a stunning, stunning number. Not to mention those images I'm looking at, Rachel. There's human excrement under there. There's sewage. It's deplorable conditions. Where's the great humanitarian, Kamala Harris?
Yeah, absolutely. And in Haiti, the vaccination.
Yo, they keep calling out Camilla. She won't come out. She won't come out of hiding. Yeah, this bitch don't want nothing to do with nothing right now.
I want to move to another topic. This is about General Milley, who is now defending his call to the Chinese, our enemies, trying to warn them about a possible, or letting them know that he would warn them if we were to ever strike them. Here he is defending that call.
These are routine calls in order to discuss issues of the day, to reassure both allies and adversaries, in this case, in order to ensure strategic stability.
Do you believe that he was taking orders or directions from Nancy Pelosi to place this call? What's behind it? And also, do you think it's treasonous?
You know, I've been clear, I don't trust Bob Woodward, never have, never will, so I hope this is not true. But what makes me believe that the allegations of Bob Woodward are true are very simply this. Milley has not denied that those words were said in the call. The words on the call were, we will warn you in advance of an attack, China. We know Secretary of Defense Miller said he never authorized that call. There was a January call. Where's the denial? You can provide all context you want, General Milley, but I'm waiting for a denial. Not to mention one other point, Rachel. I talked to a top head in the intel community, former intel community under President Trump, and he said the bigger allegation is nuclear meeting. The fact that General Milley inserted himself into the chain of command and then said, let's circumvent the chain of command. All decision-making needs to run through me on our nuclear strikes. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. He is not in the chain of command, and he put himself there, and for that, he has absolutely no excuse.
Well, let's hope he's held accountable. I think the American people are just growing really tired of seeing so many egregious acts, in this case something that actually undermines our democracy, and nobody ever being held to account. Kayleigh, it's always great having you on the show. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thanks, Rachel.
Help your clients better understand life insurance.
Okay, last chance. Enter Honey's giveaway now, and you can win this.
seem like a bad game. I might have to check that out. Writer Republic. So what I need to do is
Then I'll be crashing here to make.
Is there any punctuation in the song title?
Nope.
Okay. Is the band name only one word?
It is more than one word. You've got 2 questions left.
Does the band name have a symbol in it? Like something that's not just a letter?
Oh. Yeah, it totally does.
Nice.
Last question.
Yeah, alright, I know. Are there people on the cover?
No. Yeah, no. That's your 5. Ready to guess?
Yeah. Let me look through one last time. Here's one. The band name does have a symbol in it. It's not a one-word band name. No punctuation in the song title. No animals on the cover. No people on the cover.
Think that's enough to figure it out?
We'll see. Is it that one?
No, it's not. Sorry.
Alright. Let her drink me.
It's not as bad as it looks. What was it?
It's actually delicious. You should try one.
Hey, thanks for playing. I'm really glad we did.
Me too. I should get back to work.
Okay.
I've done what Jed asked me to do. I should see if he needs anything else.
I got written up for my phone. Are you finished up with everything you want to do?
Spoiled sometimes.
Yeah, I took care of everything you mentioned.
I said, okay.
Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
Good.
Nah, the boys should be back soon. Speak of the devil,
What did I just say to you?
how you feeling?
Well,
Not great. Not awful.
I got Alex covered for you. For real?
Hey, yo! This bitch. Can I hit your doobie?
You need to talk.
Can I hit your doobie?
I'll be on the rooftop, okay?
Okay. Saving it for when you came with
I think that's enough for today.
Moo, you're not getting nothing.
I'm not gonna have an appetite until
I don't know
I've
what
noticed
kind
that
of
if I
place
don't
you worked
smoke,
at
I don't be
before,
hungry.
but you got a ways to go.
I mean, you're an addict.
Might help if you
No,
drink
but
a
like
bit less
days
on the job,
after the
eh?
gym, I'm hungry. After we
You
work
can't
out, but we
keep a
didn't go
ninja
work
man.
out
You can't
today.
keep a ninja man, wait. You better go upstairs.
Let's
And
We'll see you
we
tomorrow.
snacked a lot yesterday. Like I ate so much bullshit yesterday. We need to have a salad with dinner.
Time to talk to Gabe.
What you about to say?
So somebody asked me, the last time we cut grass, no, it was the time before that, but we cut grass and did, when we moved them stones, to line the garden with those big ass stones, as soon as I came in, y'all started eating. Somebody was like, eating kind of early, ain't it? Like, bitch, I just worked up a fucking appetite, yo, what are you talking about?
Right, don't you know every time I burn calories, I gotta put it back in my body?
I say that in that gym, like, your body tells different, yo. Burn all them calories, yo.
Yeah, on leg day,
Motherfucker be hungry as fuck after that shit.
And I've noticed on leg day now, instead of doing like a breakfast like this, which is still balanced because you got fruit, protein, whatever, but like on a day like that, that's the day that I prefer the boiled eggs and like yogurt and stuff like that.
How's your job?
I don't even know what to do with myself. Like the whole house is clean. I gotta wash the dishes I just made, but house is clean. I got time to work on my podcast, do my schoolwork, and take a nap. What? I had a nice little couple of days off.
Look,
Just back
Gabe,
to the grind.
I'm really sorry.
I feel like I still didn't really have like days off because I still was ripping and running. Drove to Scranton twice in like 3 days, and drove to Maryland the other day.
Brad didn't upload anymore of
Did
this
you
shit,
notice
so
that move?
No,
watch somebody else play it.
only in my mind. So, need a manager for your underground cage fighting career?
Gabe, I'm really sorry.
How many bones are broken?
Like too much food.
On other people.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Don't apologize. I'm fine. Now that we're talking about it, guess I never realized.
Move!
You definitely not gonna get nothing like that, mama. Go lay down.
That I can kick your
I
ass.
didn't call you baby.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't have anything, mama.
I
Don't
never
have
realized
food.
what your life
I
must
just
have been
cooked
like
it. Don't have nothing.
on your own.
It was fine.
I don't have nothing.
You know, when I pulled you off the map and you hit me, I was angry. Then I thought about how you took them apart. Like you've done it before.
I'm not gonna lie, watching him play makes me feel like I'm playing. At least with this game. Although we think totally opposite. Every time he says like what he's gonna select, I would select the opposite
In the
thing.
foster care fight,
That's the best thing about these games, like you can have a whole different
learned how to
conversation.
defend
An
myself.
outcome, yeah.
I'd say.
I probably would have told that bitch like, yo, he lying, yo. He ain't getting no fight with nobody else. He tried to beat my brother up over YouTube.
You
I
got
can
his
tell
ass.
there's something going on with you.
So I had to beat his ass.
Something troubling you. Maybe it's time you open up.
I want to talk to Gabe, but what can I even say right now to explain what happened with Mick?
What's the options?
Tell him about your powers. Tell him about your past.
I mean, don't they kind of coincide?
Brad told him about the past, and she was like, "Oh, I was in foster home, and the other foster kids tried to beat me up."
I remember that. And the one dude committed suicide.
Yeah, but now she's saying,
About me.
This guy chose the other one. She's gonna tell him about the powers and shit.
I know what other people are feeling. I can see these auras around them. And if they feel strongly enough,
Stop staring at him while he's eating.
if they're angry or sad or afraid, I feel it too. And then I lose control.
You know, fed you that pig the other day, and you coming back for more.
And this has happened
For a long time. Like Mac. I felt all that anger like it was my own.
I think it was pretty clear that Mac was angry.
It's more than that. He wasn't just angry at you, he's angry at himself. He thinks he's gonna lose Riley.
Did Riley tell you that?
Are you from America or UK?
No.
America.
No one told me that. I just feel it.
I was gonna say how they assume, but I guess the English in the background.
Sure, it's not just, you know.
It's not just in my head, Gabe.
Where are you from, pro gamer?
It's not from meds, or stress, or trauma, or whatever. It's real.
Zuzi, you begging right now. You need to move. You need to move,
Can
or
you
you're
tell
gonna
what
get
I'm
out.
feeling right now?
You gonna get out?
You're feeling like you need a lot
Alright,
more
then,
beer.
so stop.
That's true most of the time.
Nice. United Kingdom.
It's
I don't
like
expect you to
afternoon
believe
time in
me.
England right now. They're like 5 hours
It
ahead.
does.
Like 8 hours ahead of us.
I don't know. The company I
So
work
you
for,
can
they
actually
were 5
feel
hours
what
ahead.
other people feel?
But it could
Yes.
be.
You're like going inside their heart.
I didn't know that.
Guess
Like,
I am.
what is it, Colorado? They're 2 hours behind. me.
Dude, you have superpowers.
Getting beat up and having no friends. That's a super curse, dude.
Okay, maybe
So
superpowers is a bit strong. It's just, I have no idea what's going on with people half the time. Charlotte's teaching me how to improve my emotional intelligence. This is on another level.
Right now, baby.
You can get in there. That's really special.
Alright, then go lay down.
Special. It's really your take
Move,
on all
Tiana.
this?
Move.
Totally.
Move.
I mean, it's whatever you make it, right?
I wonder would she eat a strawberry?
It doesn't matter what's going
I
on.
don't even think she would eat a strawberry.
I'm here for
She
you.
would spit it out like this is not me.
Don't forget that.
You seen that girl who has like I think it's a husky and the dog eats like a lot of like fruits and vegetables. He loves like broccoli and carrots. And he don't like he just eats it raw. So that's a good dog. I guess I'll make myself a plate and come up here for a little
Go
while.
outside.
When are you gonna tell me about the guitar?
Oh, shit. We found it. It was supposed to be a huge surprise.
Surprise?
Well, what do you think?
I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Shit.
welcome home. Oh, hey, dude. What's up? Hey. Is Ethan up here? No. He was heading home.
He was, but I haven't seen him in a while.
I told him not to let her off. I'll find him.
Gabe, wait. Are Earlier, when I was talking with Ethan, he told me he was hiking up the mountains to explore the old mine.
Why didn't you say something?
I'm sorry.
If he actually went up there, we need to move. Now. Okay, let's go.
How can you, like, paint a game console? Pretty easy, I would imagine. All you have to do is, like, most game consoles are just like a motherboard with a plastic case on it. And the plastic casing comes off these things pretty easy with just a couple of, like, pops and screws or whatever. And there's plenty of different plastic paints. Yeah, because these game consoles are just plastic. You can pop all this plastic off and just spray it with whatever kind of paint, whatever color paint you want. My PS4 Pro is fuck, you know. And it's a shame for this unit because this is all I use it for. I don't play games on this unit. I don't really use it for anything else other than streaming. So it just sits here and collects dust until I want to stream and it gets paint and shit all on it. But if you want to paint a game console, yeah, there's tons of plastic paints out there that you can just like spray paint it. I got a strawberry seed in my tooth. There it goes. But I have the PS5. I was thinking about spray painting it. Wow, that lighter fell way over here. It's bouncy. It's a bouncy lighter. Man, that breakfast was delicious. So now I really need to start painting some stuff. So let's see. I'm going to use, I guess I could use that first. Let's see.
Ethan? Ethan! Come on, pick up, pick up. Alex. This way.
Wow. Been a while since I was up here.
You don't do your ranger stuff around here?
Private land. Outside of my jurisdiction. Dad brought me up here a bunch when I was little, though. I was just mining training. That was back before mining meant blowing the tops off mountains. Any luck?
And touch base with the safety team up at the site. They're gonna postpone tonight's blast until.
At least we're not racing the clock. Hey, you good?
Charlotte's gotta be losing it right now.
Hey, she's tough. Always has been. Come on, let's take a look around.
This kid. Can you imagine the shit we would have caught from Dad if we'd done anything like this?
I should have said something earlier. I didn't. I mean, when he said he was going to the old mine.
Alex, it's fine. You couldn't have known. It's not your fault.
Yeah. Still though.
You know you cook too much, Wayne.
I'm gonna go take a look around. Let me know if you spot any sign of Ethan.
I didn't do that. How was Ethan planning to get into the mine?
You already told him?
How is the rubber zombie the least creepy thing out here?
Not a real question.
No. Because some people do custom. Some people customize their consoles.
Oh, that was like. I thought they were talking about that back then.
I don't know. I just that's why I answered the question like that, assuming that he wanted to change the color.
They've been in here before. That's why I thought maybe they were talking about that piece.
Yeah.
So people do customize? That's interesting.
Yeah, that would be a market too, but I don't know a lot of fucking gamers like that.
Why do you break so crunchy?
Fresh.
Hmm?
Fresh. Fucking Dragon Ball Z PS5. Fucking Spider-Man PS5. All gold PS5.
The gold one goes crazy.
The fucking all black PS5.
Thought it was.
No, it's white or grayish white.
I'm thinking about the Xbox. I'm not a real gamer, guys. Sorry.
Whatever the fuck skin that is looks dope as shit.
What's it mosaic?
A yellow one. What the fuck? That's Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Fucking the Cyberpunk. The yellow fucking Cyberpunk PS5. Yo, yeah, people customize their shit, yo.
And how often do the new? How often did the new PlayStation come out?
Oh. The console generation is normally about 6 years.
Okay. So, if you spend $1,000 getting it customized, you're going to have it for 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
And then even once you buy a new one, you're still, like you bought a new one, but you just put the old one upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. People don't get rid of their old ones as soon as they get, well, sometimes because for my PS4, I traded in my PS3. I gave that to the store and they gave me like a $60 or $80 credit for my whole console. I'm like, all right, whatever. But so I put my console towards the new one. And then now this is the Pro, and so I had the PS4, and when the Pro came out, I took my PS4 console and said, here, I want to put this towards the Pro. But now I'm not getting rid of the Pros because that's a fucking beefy ass console, yo. That shit is good as shit. Right. And how hard it was to even get a PS5. You couldn't even go to the store and just like, oh, I want to buy a PS5. Can I trade? Can I put my PS4 towards a trade? And you couldn't even do that shit. Like, it was so weird and so hard to even get a fucking 5. Like, never experienced that shit ever with gaming. You can't buy it because there's not enough. What? Why don't they just make it? Oh, COVID and production shutdown. Now we don't have these components, and it was the hardest fucking struggle. It took me over a year to get a fucking PlayStation, or it felt like a year.
It was a long time.
And I'm normally that guy. I get my shit day one. I don't play around with these consoles.
It definitely wasn't a year, babe. It was about 6 months.
Especially the Sony shit. Like, yo, I get my PlayStation when they come out. As soon as it comes out, I got it. And this time, I had to wait a long time to get a fucking PlayStation. And then, like I say, there was very little chance that you could even trade your old system in and get credit towards the new one. What? I've never customized my console before, but people been doing that shit forever. Like,
Facts, Pro Gamer. He was just saying that. Pro Gamer said, no, it's the bots buying the PS5 on eBay. The bot, I feel like they definitely had like accounts set up.
Yeah, they had bots doing all that
then
shit.
You just
Yeah,
sell it for more.
Exactly. And then that's the thing too, that the simple fact that the scalping was so bad, even the scalpers kind of shitted themselves because a lot of people weren't gonna pay $1,000, $1,200, not even $900 for the shit, because we know the price. We know the console is a $500 console. You're not gonna price gouge me and try to scalp that shit for $1,000. And I thought about it a couple of times, like,
there's some kid that swindled their parent out of it for a birthday or a Christmas gift, but like most adults that have jobs and payments for mortgages and shit, nobody doing that shit.
Nah, just wait, nigga. Wait until that shit is available. And I still got lucky with mine. Like, if my cousin wouldn't have hooked me up, I still probably wouldn't have one because I stopped looking because it's so hard. It was so hard to get one of them shits, yo.
Yeah, Chris was trying to help you too, and you gave up. Pro Gamer said PS5 Pro and never had the PS3. Yeah. So how long did it take you to get yours, Pro Gamer? Were you able to get one right away, or did you have the same struggle?
You didn't have a 3? I've been Sony ever since the first one, bro. Like I don't know. I love the consoles. And once again, that's why this whole new console thing was so weird to me. Like, come on, Sony, you guys have never really let us down like this. Well, when they had to shut down PlayStation Online because they got hacked that one time, and they had to shut that shit down for like 3-4 months. I was like, damn, Sony, how y'all slipping like that? Y'all niggas getting hacked. And then it was like, oh, if y'all got y'all accounts and shit online and your banking information, like the hackers could have got that shit too. I was nervous as fuck. Like, what the fuck, yo?
Pro Gamer don't have it yet.
I gotta say, bro, them shits are next to impossible to get, you know. I'd say that's not when I got mine. Yo, but I still don't understand, like, yo, somebody said Sony sent my cousin an email asking him if he want one. Like, how do you do that? How does Sony just be like, yo, you want a PlayStation 5 when other motherfuckers out here are begging, yo, about to go to fucking war for these shits. And then you just ask certain people, hey, you want one? And the weirdest thing about it, my cousin already had one. He already had one. How do you send an email to a person who already owns the console and ask them if they want another console during a console shortage? It still doesn't make sense to me. It's like,
maybe they like base it off of something. I don't know.
Cause he does spend a lot of money on gaming, and he does the Steam, and he does Stadia, and he streams a lot on Twitch, and he has all the VR things, and I get it. I get it. He's a real game consumer, more than the average, even more than me. Like I said, he has all the platforms. He has the Nintendo Switch, and he has the Xbox, and the PlayStation, and the Oculus, and this motherfucker has everything, you know. And he has a PC gaming rig that he spent like $3,000 to put together or some dumb shit. So like, he's the real deal gamer, and I understand that. But you already own a PlayStation. Why did they offer you another PlayStation?
And then the celebrities had like 5 or 10.
Yeah, it just seems so unfair, yo. It seems so unfair.
Gamer problems.
And I still got one, and it's like, just because on the strength of somebody I know who's a fucking uber gamer. And I say,
Gamer said I just have PS4 Pro and Nintendo Switch and PS Vita.
Yo, I never had that, yo. The Vita, never. I don't know. I had the Game Boy, of course, and I was one of the few people I know who had the fucking Sega Game Gear, because I was a way bigger Sega fan than Nintendo. So I had that shit. But then, like I said, when Sony came out with their consoles, I started playing more Sony. But for some reason, I don't know. It's like as a kid, having that seems fun because you could take it on the school bus and you can ride with it in the car when you're going places. But now, like as an adult, I gotta drive my damn self everywhere. I don't be having time to motherfucking. I can't drive and play a handheld game console. So after a while, it just never made sense to invest in those, because if I'm in the house, I'm just playing my regular game, and if I'm on the road somewhere or traveling, normally I'm either driving or I'm gonna interact with the people I'm on the trip with. Those handhelds are like for people who commute on public trans in cities, or for parents to keep their kids shut the fuck up on a long road trip. But now you got tablets, and I mean you can get pretty cool games on your damn phone now.
Yep. TVs in the car and shit. I mean, I'm cool with the tablets and stuff for the kids as long as it's not the only thing.
Yeah, but that's what like
Read a book.
mobile gaming is such big business. That's why I think like the PlayStation Portable was the first one, and then they came out with the PlayStation Vita that had the thumbsticks on it, and they really didn't do well in the market because the cell phone does so well, and the cell phone is more universal device than, let's just say, a strictly gaming handheld device. And so you can use your phone to tell the time and send emails and make phone calls and text messages, and you can play games on it. Whereas like the Sony devices, they're more strictly towards just gaming. And so that I don't know, with the rise of all these apps and mobile gaming, like the handheld gaming device kind of lost a lot of strength in the fucking market, and people just don't buy them like that no more. I can just put the shit on my fucking phone.
Right.
With damn near as good of quality graphics and sound and everything.
How the times have changed.
I swear, yo. And I still rather have the big TV experience. No, I don't really play a lot of games on my phone. I'd rather play my PlayStation shit. Fuck that little teeny ass screen, yo.
Right.
And if I do, it's like if I got fucking time waster games like chess or Sudoku or some shit like that. I'm not trying to play like something with a lot of motion and moving around and all that characters jumping all on the screen and shit. That shit too small for me to do that. I'll play like my block Dooku or some Sudoku puzzles or a game of chess, like some real simple shit. Once again, if I want to play a fucking game, I just turn the fucking TV on, nigga.
How'd you learn how to play chess? Did somebody teach you, or did you teach yourself?
I taught myself. I remember the first summer.
But honestly, like, okay, right? Let me ask you this, and then you can tell me about your story, because I'm just asking for me and the rest of the people that don't know how to play. Just because I'm intellectual doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to teach myself from a book. So, do you think that it is, like, something that's easy for people to learn from a book, or do you think it depends? Like, it could be either or.
It can be either or. Some people are auditory, visual, or I forgot what it is when you read it.
Like, so, like, I'm a very hands-on learner, but, like, when it comes to, like, certain shit, like, I can read a lot of, like, I can read and learn history or psychology from a book. But, like, when it comes to something like doing a science experiment, I'd rather do a hands-on.
Yeah, it's like spades. Like we taught you how to play spades. Now you could have read the instructions and be like, "What the fuck?" Or we can show you, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And this is just
that practice round was like, and the other thing that helped me was playing on my phone.
Yeah, and it's way easier just when you do it. Just do it.
Right.
Instead of like trying to read it and understand it. Like
understand it. So you taught yourself. How old were you? Why did you take it up? What was the fascination? How'd you find it?
So I was 14. No, I was 14. It was the first summer that Aunt and Gina and Uncle Larry were in Washington State, and I went to stay with them for the summer, and they had a computer in their house, yo. And I ain't never had that shit before. Like just having a computer in the house, and Uncle Larry had fucking games on this shit, yo. He had chess and Wolfenstein and a couple of other games, yo. But both of them was still working, yo, and they had me there babysitting all summer, basically, because both of my cousins were already born, but Matthew, he was like, no lie, he was a fucking baby, like a baby. Matthew was like 1 or some shit. And I was 14, so I'm babysitting them all day. And so when my aunt and uncle at work, and the kids taking a nap, yo, I turned the fucking computer on. Amazed by this shit, yo. Like, once again, yo, this was like the fucking 90s, and these shits were just, becoming a thing, yo. And my family actually was just had enough money to have a fucking computer, yo. And so the main thing Uncle Larry told me how to use that shit was how to turn that shit on, the mouse, and that's it. And then I think he did that shit on purpose, like not figure that shit out, yo. And I just for fucking hours, yo, I would fuck around on that goddamn computer and then figured out how to go to the game screen and pull up the different games and shit. And then that was one of the first games up there was like chess, and I'm like, I always heard of this shit. Like, what the fuck is this? And how I thought this was a board game. How the fuck you got this shit on the goddamn computer? And you could play against the computer? Wait a minute, I gotta figure this shit out, yo.
Right.
And then it just had welcome to chess tutorials, and then that was it. I just ran through it. If you move this pawn here, and then the computer wait for you to move this pawn here, this, and this. And this piece can move this way. Make an attempt. Do. Next problem. If you were here and you're knight, make a move. And then they'll show you and it just literally walk you through how to play chess. And that's how I learned how to play chess, from the fucking computer. One summer just by myself because I ain't had shit else to do.
It's good now because people have so many options on what to do. But back then it was just different because it was like, yo, read a book, learn this. If you really want to learn, this is how you gotta learn that shit. Yeah.
And that's what I say too. These kids have such an advantage, and it's like the information is right there.
Because they're softer. We're softer.
Yeah.
We're stronger, we're smarter, but we're softer though. And I mean, the point is to work less and not to work as hard. So that's the advantage, that's the good thing. But I'm just saying when some shit really hits the fan, we don't be out here with chisels every day carving shit.
No. We don't even be digging gardens and shit every damn day.
Right.
But that's the one thing
imagine having to take a bath not in a shower.
I mean, I have done it, my grandma, and then you see Gene and Haley's garden.
But that's not some shit we do every day.
Exactly.
We don't
even
have time to maintain a full garden or to do everything else because we have to work. And then it's like, that if you don't work, you could do your own thing, but then that's your whole day. And then you can't participate in society if you can't make a living. Right? So that's how they get you.
But that's the thing. Back in the day, working the garden, that was your living.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, but it's just not like that now.
It's not, no.
We could have our own farm, but we still would have to make a certain amount of money so we could live comfortably on that farm and not have to come back. And that's the thing again, we would still want internet, we would still want this, we would still we would have to figure out how to do everything, which is not bad, but I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Pro Gamer said, what about the Razer gaming phone? And what about Pac-Man?
I remember that, yo. I remember that phone. And Pac-Man is a classic, yo.
For sure.
That was one of the first imports that came over here in the arcade cabinets, yo.
If she don't know Pac-Man, she's too young for you, bro.
They had a cartoon for that shit, yo.
Right. Yeah, and you still can get like Pac-Man shirts and backpacks and shoes and stuff like that. Like Pac-Man will always be Pac-Man. That game gave me so much anxiety though.
As it should, yeah.
Like you're gonna die. They're gonna eat you.
The ghosts are gonna come eat you. But it's like this horror thing too. Like, are you dead too? And you're just stuck in this fucking loop. No matter how fast you go, you try to go out one end, and you just come back in the other fucking side. Like, what the fuck? I can't get out of this shit. I gotta eat the power pellets and kill everything first. Like, it was I don't know.
It's a strange game.
It really is. It really, when you think about it deeply, like that shit is just like.
What were you thinking about when you made this shit?
Yeah. And then you eat the ghosts, but then they just float around like little eyes, and they go in the thing, and then they come back. It was like, and you can't never get out of this shit, yo. It's like fucking hell. Like, what the fuck kind of torture is this?
That's what I'm saying. And then it's like, I'm trying to get away. It's coming this way. It's coming this way. Oh shit, both of y'all about to get me. What the fuck?
Fuck is this? Jesus Christ. Like I say, that shit gives you anxiety, yo. Like,
yeah, that's why playing games and stuff, those zombie games and shooting people. I'm like, I feel like I'm about to get like die in real life. Like, no, don't kill me. This shit give you anxiety. And the sound effects don't help on like the zombie games and stuff like that.
They have that standard zombie sound.
Right, like why? Is that the sound that they make? I think that's why I don't enjoy the zombie shows either. Like, I know it's fake, but now if zombies ever come...
You gotta watch them so you can learn how to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I gotta cover myself in blood and growl. The Walkers.
Walking Dead.
It is a great show, though. As much as I hate zombie stuff, like, that's my least favorite. Medieval stuff and zombie stuff. My least favorite things to watch. Besides, like, corny, fake-ass superhero shit. Like, when it's obvious that you copied off of somebody else. Like, okay, you stole all these superheroes. You're trying to bring back the old hairstyles and they need to let it go. And guess who's under it? I said
I'm happy to see that you are using
real curlies. Girl, you better not get your hair like that.
This is not Babs.
Right.
What year Babs came out? 2000? Like, stop it, yo. That shit 20 years ago, man.
Right.
Who? I think there's somebody on my timeline. She's a little bit older than me, but she still get her hair like that with the big ass waves and waterfalls and shit. Like, what the?
Yeah, and I'm here for like finger waves because they've been classic since the beginning of time.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Gotta get that shit up, bro.
Yeah. I just want a cute little bob though. So now I'm like, alright, I'm not gonna cut my hair anymore. I promise. What's he doing? Yo, he's putting broth in his eggs. I think this is broth. He cracked the egg. He didn't scramble it. He just cracked it. He had a cup sitting in the pan. And he, is moving the yolk with the cup. And then he poured something else in the pan. It's too much work though.
Okay, he's saying put the whisker on the lowest speed. What's up, Princess? What's up, Kim? Yes, guys, this is gonna be an amazing breakfast you can make for your family, for your kids. They're all gonna love it. We have 2,000
Are they really though?
people watching.
Huh?
Are they really gonna love it though?
I don't think so.
I see it. So
Look
the
at
egg yolk is protected by the glass cup as he whisks the egg whites
so there's so
around.
much work. I'm not doing all of that.
I think I've seen this right here. This is some corny shit, yeah. And motherfuckers just keep talking the whole time to keep you entertained, but like you're not
Right, like
doing
you're
anything.
talking over his video. I want to hear what the original dude had to say.
No, that's him. It's two guys together.
What color would you guys like to see him finish the product? Okay, we have blue and red. Okay, he can make the meal either blue or red. If you guys want him to make it blue, hit the like button. If you guys want to make it red, hit the heart button. Okay, the chef is letting you guys decide.
That's what I'm saying. These dudes are just sitting here, just just talking, and you're not really doing anything, bro. You're not doing shit, bro.
Yo, somebody said I wouldn't use metal mixer whisk on a Teflon pan.
Exactly.
You could have beaten the white and added it a lot easier. You're gonna buy a new pan every single time, bro?
Motherfuckers don't know what he's doing. He's just making some shit up just to get views. Now watch, guys. Look. Now the meal, it can be blue or red. Look, blue or red. Now, if hit the like button. Or hit the, and they just
foreigner. You could tell English is not their first language. They said, "I'll think my cat also don't want to eat this kind of trash." Aki Ventura. That's so funny. Like they definitely went to Google Translate for that shit, and they meant that shit from the bottom of their heart. My cat would not eat that. Why would you wish like that, scratching fine bits of metal into your food? Yeah, so they just wanted people to talk about them.
Yeah.
He's literally just whisking shit. I'm like, oh, what's he about to do? He put some beef broth in there? Like, what is this?
Motherfuckers don't know what he's doing. That's like them girls who be doing all kind of dumb shit. Look, we're gonna put some paint in your hair. We're gonna dye your hair with paint. Or we're gonna make macaroni out of cheese puffs.
Right. No, the girl that pisses me off the most is the girl with the blonde hair. I know she's a brunette. It's two different girls that do it. It's a blonde girl and a brunette. They both piss me off, and they put the food in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, like that's all they're doing is like that shit. We can do any stupid thing, and if you can talk well enough and keep people hyped, they're like, I do want to see it to the end. What are they gonna do? And it's like nothing.
Yeah, like she was so disgusting the first couple of times. I just had to watch her do it because I'm like, is she really gonna eat that? And the bitch really ate it. Granted, I'm sure she bleached and cleaned the toilet, but it's just the principle. It's just like, yo, I don't care if it was brand new. I eating out a toilet. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all have no better talents. Maybe we need to do some dumb shit.
It's not a talent at all.
We need to do some dumb shit, apparently. Now, if they would have made it green and he was like, oh, I'm making green eggs and ham. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, I don't want green ham, but like make some green eggs, some green ham or some shit. I don't know. But like, you're just wasting food.
Wasting food.
I watched the dude last night. He was using eggs to get the fish to come out the hole. They dried up in the mud.
Man, them motherfuckers was pushing the fish out the other side.
Honestly, they were coming out. But I've seen people use soda and stuff. I mean, you just gotta pour something in there to get them wet. That's why I'm like, why did you use that of all?
You're like, so you can't play Call of Duty? I mean, Call of Duty is no, that's
Call of Duty is Call of Duty.
Yeah, but that's the thing with like I say with Pac-Man is you're like in this eternal loop. But Call of Duty, you can run around the map and keep going forward. You know, you're not gonna pop out at the other end. Until you respawn, but like, yeah, Pac-Man is some other shit, yeah. Alright. Oh my god, this hand lettering is just like the worst. Why do I torture myself like this?
Why did you torture yourself?
I just want to put a lot of letters in one painting.
Torture. don't drink diet soda until you try this. Like, really? You're just gonna sell me more diet soda?
You can drink our diet soda. Cause they shit whack, yo.
Shaman said, what up, what up?
What up, bro?
Somebody made something kind of like what you made, but they made it into a ginger wellness shot. Ginger, lemon, turmeric, coconut water, honey, and pineapple.
They put more citrus in it.
So you can add a sprinkle of pepper if adding turmeric. This will boost the absorption by 2,000%.
Pepper?
A sprinkle of pepper. Boost the absorption by 2,000%.
That's why I like eating peppers and hot sauce, yo. Peppers are actually really good for you.
I don't know that there's, like, are they saying pepper? Like, I think they're saying pepper.
Pepper, yeah. Peppers are good for you.
No, but they didn't say peppers. They just said pepper. Like, I don't know if they mean, like...
Black pepper or...
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, probably.
Because it doesn't say, like, oh, use this pepper, use that pepper. They're just saying pepper.
Any kind of pepper. You could probably use paprika.
Maybe. My audio ingredients in a high-powered blender. Run for 30 seconds to a minute. Strain it. It looks really good.
It does.
And it's just a shot, so you know that shit is strong. It says it's good for digestion.
All that good gut bacteria. Feed that shit, yo. What you got going on today, bro? I'm here fucking these letters up all crazy. Now I gotta erase my paint. You know what I'm saying? I hate when I gotta erase my paint. Sometimes.
Bath and Body Works got a sale on them little plugins. They got them for $3.25.
Are there fragrance plugins?
That's a good little deal. Limit is 20, but I mean, just to get.
That's why they know you can't buy all of them, nigga. When they give you a limit.
I was gonna say I would buy like 4 to 6. Cause normally the pack we get comes with like 5 in it, and that lasts a long time.
I hate when they put the limits on water. Got
Yo, during COVID was crazy.
3 for $10, but you can only.
Water.
Yeah.
Limit on toilet paper and paper towels. That shit was crazy. And yeah, with the water, like, oh, if you get this money, you get the deal. But if not,
you gotta pay
$3.69.
Oh, you only want one? Okay, we got you on that one too.
Right, but you gotta pay more. You gotta pay more. Wow. Shaman said guitar practice. I think I'm gonna write a song today.
Word.
Turned me poetry.
Word, that's what's up. You say I'm writing. I'm being creative today, my nigga. I'm writing too, man. I'm getting real intimate over here with Jose Cuervo's fucking signature and shit. Real intimate with this shit. Let me just start signing my name like this, nigga. Jose Cuervo.
Oh, wow. So the question was, what ocean surrounds Antarctica?
The Antarctic?
The Pacific, Indian, Arctic, or Southern?
The Arctic Ocean.
Right. So that's what I answered. Because I'm like, duh, it's the Arctic Ocean. Like, so, incorrect. Scientists have long debated whether the waters around Antarctica were unique enough to be classified as
its
a separate
own ocean. Or...
But in 2021, National Geographic officially, I can't even talk today, officially recognized the Southern Ocean as the world's 5th ocean. Nobody told me that shit.
That's brand new knowledge. They just reclassified.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not on the news. I haven't seen it on any like the science articles that I'm reading.
It's the 5th ocean. So what's the name of it? Like
the Southern Ocean. And it said the Southern Ocean as the world's 5th ocean.
Okay.
Geographers consider the body of water's boundaries to be the front of the Arctic convergence, the fluctuating curve where northward flowing Antarctic waters meet the warmer waters of the Southern Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans.
Okay, whoop-de-fucking-do. Y'all changed the name from the Arctic to the Southern
But I was about to say,
Ocean.
but it still meets the warmer waters of the Southern Pacific and the Atlantic. So, okay. Alright. And I'm even looking at, like, it's just like trivia, and I like it because it just keeps you sharp.
It really does. I like, at least we know that now.
It's random shit.
Motherfuckers change the names of oceans without telling nobody.
If we ever get stranded, I'll know where we'll be in Antarctica. This isn't the Arctic, it's the Southern. Well, bitch, how's that gonna help us? I don't.
It just.
I know where we at.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about these dumb trivia questions. It's just like, really? Like, alright, but 40% said Southern, 30% said Arctic, 20% said Pacific, and 9% said Indian. So, like, everybody was torn. Like, nobody fucking knew that shit was called the Southern Ocean. They have other quizzes though. It's pretty cool, like bridges, nicknames of cities, quirky museums, and I know none of these. So.
Yeah, I'm not good with geography.
Me either, at all. But it's pretty fun, though, like I said. And you can alter it. I got this. It's called Travel Quiz. There's the trivia one, and then the Quiz Daily.
Well, let's do whatever.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Clicked on history.
History.
There's entertainment, arts and literature, home economics, science, history, geography, or general. So let's see. How much do you know about Royal Jules? Alexander Hamilton? Canadian? The history of NASA? The U.S. citizenship test? You think we can pass it?
Ooh, probably not.
Let's do that.
I'm probably not even smart enough to be an American.
I was gonna say, we would fail.
This what y'all gotta do. I see why y'all just try to get here illegally. Fuck that.
Right.
Nigga, I'll hop in the border, bitch. I can't pass that test.
I can't pass it either, yeah.
Aren't you American? 40 years strong, nigga, but they don't teach us nothing about where we live at. All they teach us is other countries are bad.
Right.
I live here. I don't need to know that shit, bitch.
China controls their people. Russia ain't shit. And neither is America.
I don't need to know that shit, bitch. I was born here.
Right. We got presidents. Presidents?
What?
I don't know who the first one was.
Nigga, how many? We on 46? I don't know, man.
For real, I thought we were on the second one. Alright, the first question. I might let the people that are in here participate with us too, but y'all can't cheat and use the internet. Okay, Shaman spitting the hot bars. Turn me poetry. You know U.S. presidents? Alright, cool. So you can help us. If you don't know, it's all good. But y'all can participate, but don't use the internet. And we can go back and forth.
Senator.
Feeling emotional this morning? That's all good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hell yeah.
You putting it into the right thing.
Write it down.
Write it down.
Document that shit.
Alright, question 1. It's worth 2 points. Who is the father of our country? Patrick Henry, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, or Thomas Jefferson? One more time. Patrick Henry, Abe Lincoln, George Washington, or Thomas Jefferson?
I'm gonna narrow it down between George and Thomas.
Same.
And then I might have to say
I feel like
Thomas.
I don't know. Like I want to say Thomas, but I feel like it's George though.
George Washington was the first president.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's George, but Thomas.
The father, but Thomas Jefferson really helped write the fucking Declaration of Independence.
That's what I was about to say.
Or was it the Constitution?
Pro Gamer says Tom. You say Tom. I'm leaning towards Tom.
I'm leaning towards as like the real father who really, cause
it's definitely not Abe or Patrick.
Cause this motherfucker helped write how we live.
But it doesn't say a founding father. It just says father of our country. That's why I'm like.
Yeah. What?
We'll go with Thomas. We'll go with Thomas.
That's the consensus.
Fuck! It was George.
George as the father.
See, now I'm gonna trust my instincts next time.
Because he was the first president.
Right.
So
George Washington led the newly formed United States through the American Revolutionary War, helped form the law of the land at the Constitutional Convention, and served 2 terms as the first U.S. president. No other person is more deserving of the informal title "Father of our country." Nice as the moniker was, it did put a lot of pressure on Washington. In 1777, Henry Knox wrote to Washington that the people of America look up to you as their father, and into your hands they entrust their all.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're definitely not citizens of the U.S. Good to know now.
We went more logical instead of emotional.
Right. And that's what I thought. I'm like, I feel like it's George because he was the first, but Thomas put a lot more into the Declaration. Yeah, Shaman said Washington. It was Washington, Shaman. Alright, next question. We're 2 points. Where is the Statue of Liberty? There's going to be 4 answers for everyone. I'll read you each one. Where is the Statue of Liberty? East River, Oyster Bay, New York Harbor, or Hudson Bay?
It's in the harbor.
I was going to say it's either the harbor or the Hudson Bay, but don't get me to...
I don't know. I've never
seen the Statue
I've
of
never
Liberty.
been there.
See?
I've been to New York a couple of times.
We ain't even far from New York, and we've never seen the Statue of
Yeah.
Liberty. But that's also because we're like, eh.
Fuck that shit. So I would say the harbor.
Alright. Trap says the harbor. What do you guys say? East River, Oyster Bay, New York Harbor, or Hudson Bay?
Is it Hudson Bay?
I'm going to say Hudson Bay. He's going to say New York Harbor, so we need somebody to break the tie. I feel like y'all using the
Google.
The Google, yeah, because y'all taking a real long time.
Don't use the Google, man.
You gotta guess just like us. New York Harbor or Hudson Bay?
These motherfuckers is using the Google.
Watch it be in somewhere like random, like East River. Pro Gamer says New York, New York.
That's what I was thinking. The harbor, yeah, New York Harbor, yo.
All right, Pro Gamer, we're gonna go with that. That's correct. Hey. Dedicated in 1886, the Statue of Liberty, enlightening the world, was a gift of friendship from the people of France to the United States and was designated as a national monument in 1924. The copper statue is 305 feet tall, from ground level to torch, and is one of the most recognizable structures in the U.S. It sits on the aptly named Liberty Island, New York Harbor. All right.
That's where Grand Theft Auto gets the name of their city from, Liberty City.
Liberty City. And that's crazy. Me and Shaman are on like the same page because he said Hudson Bay too, but I wouldn't know. But it was, New York Harbor. All right. This is going to be an easy one. I think Trap got this. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? The president, the attorney general, the secretary of defense, or the president pro tempore? Tempore?
It's the president.
The president? All right.
The president of the United States is the commander-in-chief of the military.
Correct. I didn't question you. I was just waiting to see if anybody else wanted to say anything. According to Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution, the president shall be commander-in-chief of the Army and Navy of the United States and of the militia of the several states. Though it doesn't explicitly say so, the law also covers the president as commander-in-chief of the Air Force, Marines, and all other branches of the U.S. military. If POTUS gives a military order, no one has a higher authority. Shaman said I'm a trivia Rain Man sometimes. Let's get it then. I'm going to give y'all a little bit more time to answer, too, because I realize there might be like a slight delay. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? 2, 4, 6, or 10? Once again, we elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, or 10 for a U.S. Senator? Take a lucky guess, Pro Gamer. 2, 4, 6, 10.
I think senators get.
I think it's 6.
2 years? 6 years?
No, maybe it's not 4 and it's not 10. It's either 4.
Senator.
I mean 2 or 6.
How often do we vote for our senators?
Maybe it is every 2 years. It's definitely not 10. Any lucky guesses? Going once.
I'm gonna say 2.
Travis says 2.
I don't vote for senators, but that's a wild guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 6 just to be different. Pro Gamer says 6. Shaman, what do you say? For a U.S. Senator, how many years? 2, 4, 6, or 10? Alright, we're going 6. Oh, that's right.
It's every 6 years?
Yeah. I don't know why I remember that, but I just know, like, it's not every 2 years, because how often do we vote for them? Article 1, Section 3 of the Constitution says the senators are elected to 6-year terms, with the whole Senate being divided into 3 groups, so that there is a senatorial election every 2 years.
That's what I was thinking. Something like every 2 years in the Senate.
So we were both right.
But go ahead now.
It's a 6-year term.
6-year term.
They must be U.S. citizens, live in the state they represent, and be at least 30 years old.
There's not a lot of requirements to be in the government, yo. You don't have to have a college education.
Right.
Like, requirements are very, very
Especially
minimal.
like senators and mayors, they get in and stay in shit. Mayors do have to do a little bit more work though. Senators don't. I don't feel like get as scrutinized because there's more of them. Like your mayor is just your mayor, but you got senators all around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got mayors all around, but you get what I mean? Like it's different.
The senators are farther removed because they do a lot more work in D.C. where the mayor is in the city. And
That's what I'm saying.
The
Like
mayor
you see the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor is the person that everybody complains to.
Exactly.
That's why they have they got to do their job better because they'll get voted the fuck out easier.
Exactly. That was my point. All right, so we're doing pretty good so far. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States?
Nuclear strikes.
Climate change, slavery, the Great Depression, or communism?
Communism.
I'm going to say communism. Yeah. Sorry I didn't give y'all a chance, but I knew that one. Called the Cold War because no shots were directly fired. The United States and the Soviet Union were engaged in a power struggle from the end of World War II until the collapse of the USSR in the early 90s. The conflict was essentially concerned with which country would be the world's greatest power and which system, capitalism or communism, would dominate the globe. So funny how literally both do.
Mm-hmm.
Silent communism and fucked up capitalism.
Crony capitalism.
Right. 2% of people said slavery. Stupid. Which of these was not one of the original 13 colonies? Again, which of these was not one of the original 13 colonies? New York, Virginia, Maine, or Georgia? Which of these was not one of the original 13 colonies? New York, Virginia, Maine, or Georgia?
Georgia?
That's what I want to say. Because I feel like everything else is up this way.
Wait a minute.
Maine is in there.
New York, Maine.
I'm going to say, like, New York. I thought New York was in there, yeah. Maybe Georgia?
It's going to be either Georgia or
Virginia.
Maine.
Maine? You think so? Okay.
We're not?
That was not one of the original 13 colonies.
Yeah, most of the colonies were southern. Well, I think Georgia was a later state, yo. I'm gonna say Georgia, because Georgia was.
I think Georgia too. Pro Gamer said Vermont.
Georgia came in later, yo. That just like the Carolinas. At one time, it was just Carolina, and they separated it into North and South, and so that's it was different. So I think I don't think Georgia was established at the beginning.
Yeah, I think it's Georgia too. But Shaman, you in here? What you say? What was not one of the original 13 colonies? New York, Virginia, Maine, or Georgia?
I know for a fact Virginia was one of the original 13 colonies.
And so was New York.
In New York.
Damn. So we're torn now. 2 Maine and 2 Georgia.
Maine, damn. I'm gonna still stick with Georgia.
Alright, we're gonna go with Georgia, y'all. It was Maine.
It was Maine, wasn't?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But we knew though, like we're like it's one or the other.
Yeah.
So the 13 original colonies were New Hampshire, Massachusetts,
Delaware,
Rhode Island, Delaware, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so see, even there, North and South Carolina was already split, and Georgia was already established.
Right, and then you had the DMV, you had New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and then it stopped at what? Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. That was the cutoff. At the time of the American Revolution, Maine was a part of Massachusetts.
Oh.
That's a trick question. Ain't it kind of?
Not really. You just gotta know your history.
But that's kind of, it's like, okay, but Maine was in Massachusetts, so it was a part of it. It just wasn't Maine.
It didn't have its own establishment yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a trick question. That's kind of fucked up. It's good to know, but like, bro.
That's got
But it was there though.
Yeah.
It was there. It just wasn't under that name. Just like Rhodesia, and then now Zimbabwe, and you know what I mean, like, but. It still was Zimbabwe, Rhodesia. It's still the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different name. No, Georgia, the Louisiana Purchase. Yeah, I remember that. But at the time of the American Revolution, Maine was a part of Massachusetts. It didn't become its own state until the Missouri Compromise of 1820, which made Maine the 23rd state of the Union. Interesting. Ooh, y'all better know this. Y'all better know this. When was the Declaration of the Independence adopted? March 4th of 1789, December 7th of 1787, July 4th of 1789, or July 4th of 1776? It's 1776.
Yeah, July 4th, 76.
After a series of taxes and transgressions by the British government, the citizens of the 13 American colonies decided that they have had enough. It took a few months and many drafts and rewrites, but on July 2nd, 1776, the Second Continental Congress voted to declare their independence from Great Britain. 2 days later, they approved the final wording of the Declaration, and the rest is history. Every year since, the United States has celebrated its Independence Day on the 4th of July. Ooh. Alright, we're a little bit more than halfway through. Who was the president during the Great Depression and World War II? Calvin Coolidge,
or
Harry
Taft?
Truman, Franklin Roosevelt, or Herbert Hoover? During the Great Depression?
That's the 20s and 30s?
Roosevelt. But I remember Hoover. Because the vacuum or some shit, and I remember him being a dick during the Depression.
Hoover was,
It's not Truman. I don't think it's Coolidge either.
40s.
But I don't remember his name being Herbert, though. Herbert Hoover? I'm thinking of Woodrow Wilson. That's what I'm thinking of. He was a piece of shit, too. But that's not that. Damn. Let me get my times right. Who was the president during the Great Depression and the World War II? Calvin Coolidge, Harry Truman. Was it Harry Truman? My grandma talks about him a lot. And she was born in the 30s. Herbert Hoover or Franklin Roosevelt? Damn.
I don't know. I'm not good with presidents.
Me either. Pro Gamer even said Woodrow Wilson or Harry. See, that's what I remember. Woodrow Wilson, he was a piece of shit, and I remember. Well, it could be Harry Truman, but I remember Hoover because I remember learning about that. Like they came up with a vacuum or some shit, and it was named after him. But Pro Gamer says Harry. Pro Gamer, I love that you're in the UK and that you're fucking better than us at this shit. Wow. Alright, are we gonna say Harry Truman?
Yeah.
No, it was Franklin Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt is the longest serving president in U.S. history, having been elected 4 times. He first took the office in 1933 during the height of the Great Depression, which began with the stock market crash of 1929. After helping the country recover economically, Frederick Roosevelt faced an even greater challenge with the onset of World War II. When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941, he made the difficult decision to fully enter the war, and though he wouldn't live to see its end, the decision he made clearly helped chart a path towards victory.
That's what I was thinking. He was after the Great Depression with the war. Like
he came in like the middle, but who? That's the thing. Who was in before him? Now I am gonna look that up.
I think Roosevelt was a...
See? Okay. So, we both were in the right direction. Calvin was first. He stopped in 29. And then Herbert Hoover did take over until March 4th of 1933. And then Roosevelt went in. So that's why, because it switched from Hoover to Roosevelt. That's why I was so torn, because I'm like, I remember that name. Yeah. Shaman, that's the same thing I thought. I thought it was him too, but it's Roosevelt.
Now that was a tricky question.
Another tricky one, because it's like they both served in 33, it says.
I really thought like Roosevelt was more of a war president and not the Depression era.
Right, but he came in at the end, like it's like he kind of like fixed shit, or not really fixed shit, but fixed shit, you know. Whereas like Hoover and what's his face, Coolidge fucked some shit up. Well, yeah, Shaman said Hoover. Pro Gamer said 8 presidents have served in World War II. World War II. Yeah, our bitch ass presidents now would never.
At all.
What are the first 3 words of the U.S. Constitution? I shouldn't even have to read y'all the answers, but I'm gonna do it. We, the colonists, America, the beautiful, Congress shall make.
We the people.
Or we the people. Of course it's we the people. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Thus begins the document upon which all other U.S. laws are based. The first three words, we the people, show the citizens are in charge of the country, not a king or queen. Fuck that monarchy and the absolutist bullshit. We the people. Which of these, oh, I know this, is a U.S. territory? Haiti,
Puerto Rico,
Bermuda, Cayman Islands, or Guam?
Guam.
Guam. Mm-hmm. Guam is a tiny island in the Pacific Ocean, close to the Mariana Trench. It is the westernmost territory of the United States, closer to Japan than to California.
Exactly. It's military, strategic, and that's why there's nothing there, but we don't want to give it up just in case we ever need to launch a missile from there. Because it's way closer to Japan than we are.
That's crazy. Due to its proximity to the international date line, the island is often described by its unofficial motto, where America's day begins. Yeah. They let you know that shit is close to Japan.
We'll pull y'all up from here, nigga. We can reach y'all. Right from this little island.
Okay.
We keep this shit in our pocket, nigga.
I think I know this one too. If the president and the vice president can no longer serve,
Secretary.
Who becomes the president? Secretary of State?
Yeah.
Secretary of Treasury? Or Speaker of House?
Is it the House?
I think it's the Speaker of the House.
Or the Secretary of the State. Is the House? Ooh.
I think it's the Speaker of the House. And then Secretary of State.
I'm gonna go with whatever Shaman say.
Shaman, waiting on you, bro.
Yo, which one is it, Shaman? The Speaker of the House or Secretary of the State? Yo, comes after the Vice President.
But Vice President, President, neither one can serve. Secretary of Treasury, Secretary of State, or Speaker of House?
I really think it's the Secretary.
So you think it's Secretary of State?
Yep.
I'm going to say Speaker of House. Let's see what Shaman and Pro Gamer says. Even if you don't know, just guess. We're going to see how American we all are. I feel like if we took this shit individually,
Ain't nobody
I would have did
passing.
okay, but I don't know that I would have made it in. It would have been like, all right, like we might let you take it again. Pro Gamer says Speaker of House. I say Speaker of House. So now it's on Shaman. Shaman, if you say it's Secretary of State, they might be. I don't know.
Pro, put your phone down. Start Googling in this shit, man.
All right, look, Pro Gamer getting that American art and education today. They said, shit, I'm about to know this U.S. history. Go shock some Brits today. No, Shaman? I'm waiting on you. Shaman's giving a lot of the same answers as me, though, too. So. Shaman says Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House?
Yeah, Speaker of the House. The U.S. Constitution and the Presidential Succession Act of 1947 give a long list of government officials who take the presidency in case of an emergency. After the Vice President comes the Speaker of the House, then the President pro tempore of the Senate. After that, the line of succession continues with each member of the President's cabinet and the order that their agencies were created. Imagine that, like, you get the President, Vice President, and they get the Speaker of the House, too. Like, god damn. Like, if I was the President pro tempore of the Senate, I quit.
Yeah, I don't want this job, nigga. That shit ain't supposed to come this far down the line. God damn.
Imagine being in the cabinet, like, ooh, I got seniority. No, that's the day you don't want seniority.
I'm good. I'm all right.
I ain't signed up to be the president. Well, you are, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Well, what happened? They went down on a plane crash. What the fuck?
Well, where's the Vice President? Down on the plane crash. Where's the Speaker of the House?
They were all on the plane together. Shit, my nigga.
Where's the pro person? They stepped down.
Don't y'all know y'all all ain't supposed to be on the same plane, my nigga?
Shama said, I haven't even had my coffee yet. Well, listen, we getting you warm right now. Your brain is turning and working. Y'all just got some education, some art, some entertainment.
That is coffee.
Right. What's the strain of the day? We done had our coffee and food this morning. Walked the dog. What does the president's cabinet do? Collect taxes? Make laws? This is a stupid question. Command the U.S. Armed Forces or advise the president?
Advise the president.
Right. Like, what kind of dumbass question is that? It's made up of the head of the 15 executive departments. Or the heads of the 15 executive departments. State, Treasury, Interior, etc. As well as a few other positions, such as the U.S. Ambassador to the United States and the White House Chief of Staff. In total, the 24 members advise the president regarding their specific areas of expertise. 4% of people said they make laws. Stupid ass. Since when did the cabinet make the fucking laws, bitch? Alright, we got a couple more questions. So we've done 13 questions so far. We got 12 out of 13. I think. Or we might. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights.
There you go. What is usually the last day you can send in federal income tax forms?
April 15th.
Damn. Stop it. Because I was about to say March. I don't never wait to the last minute. Accountants across the country have celebrated tax day since it was introduced in 1913. With the ratification of the 16th Amendment, the original filing deadline was March 1st, but in 1955, the government decided to give taxpayers a little more filing time. The date was then changed to April 15th, where it remains to this day, or the following Monday if the 15th falls on a weekend. It's as founding father Benjamin Franklin once said, nothing is certain except for death and taxes.
That's it, bro. You gonna pay them taxes. You know what? We give you a couple more weeks, nigga.
Right.
But we need that.
We need that money now. And then just the fact that they're like, we're celebrating tax day. Of course y'all celebrating tax day, motherfuckers. That's how y'all eat.
How gracious.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Give me extra time to give you my money.
Thank you. Last question. We have 22 points so far. How many amendments does the Constitution have?
14.
10, 21, 23, or 27? I'm going to say 10 because I don't fucking know. How many amendments does the Constitution have? 10, 21, 23, or 27?
At least the 13th and 14th Amendment, so I'm going to say 21.
21? I was going to say 27. I'll say 23.
27 amendments? 23 amendments?
I'm going to say 23. 21. You say 21.
23?
23?
23?
All right.
23?
Ah! It was 27.
27 amendments to the Constitution?
See, this is why you always, when you take a test, whatever comes out first is what you choose. I said 27 and I didn't listen. The U.S. Constitution came into force in 1789, and since then it has been amended 27 times, including to abolish slavery, grant women and people of color the right to vote, add income tax, and more. The most recent amendment was ratified in 1992 and prevents senators and representatives from increasing their pay during the term they are serving.
Yeah, but they still can vote for that shit for the next term.
We got 11 out of 15. We got a 73%.
I should have known.
Should have known. That was pretty fun, though.
That shit coming to life now. I might have to bring that food down. Oh my god, I have to bring a lot of shit down.
Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. So, we didn't know that Maine was not one of the original 13 colonies because it was actually still a part of Massachusetts.
But we know now.
And Franklin Roosevelt took over after Hoover during the Great Depression. And what else did we get wrong? And there have been 27 amendments to the Constitution. That's not bad, though. We did good besides that. We might be able to stay citizens. Chop it up to us being young. Hell no, it ain't too early to pour up.
Shit, I already ate breakfast, so I'm good.
What you sipping on? You've been to the U.S. before? I can tell, Pro Gamer, you're like better at this than we are. Unless you're using Google.
That's the whole point.
It's definitely not too early to drink. Never too early to smoke. Cali, it's like one of the most cliche places to come. I don't blame you though. Cause like I would definitely go to London. I'm gonna go get a refill of my coffee. You want something?
I have some coffee too. Oh, no, I still got juice.
There's something else going on. I'll make you some coffee. I'll make you some coffee. You want something else to snack on or you still full? You full.
Is there more juice?
There's more juice. You'd rather have juice instead?
Yeah, I'd rather have something cold.
Want some iced coffee?
No.
Okay, fine. I'll drink coffee by myself. Damn, that food was good. Alright. Come on, Tookie. You probably gotta go outside again and pee. Come on, Domino's. Everybody, let's go.
Alright, I gotta even out some of those letters on there a little bit. Kind of crooked. It's not terrible, but this shit is really coming together, though. Mystery weed. Yesterday she had some shit called papayas and bananas. Papaya and banana. That shit was good as fuck, though. So I was gonna take a week off of work to do like a artist retreat and just like go to this really beautiful farm and just like paint every day, all day for like a week, yo. Well, actually a week and a weekend. So it was from like Monday to Sunday. So it was like an entire week, yo. Not just like a work week, but unfortunately, I can't go to the artist retreat because, yeah, but like I say, man, they are requiring you to be fully vaccinated. And so nah. I'm like, I'm good. I'll pass up on it for right now. You know what I'm saying? And the lady called me the other day. She was like, "Oh, Travis, we just want to make sure that that you got your vaccine." I'm like, "No, I'm not getting vaccinated." I guess they misunderstood me. I guess she assumed that I wasn't vaccinated yet. That I was going to get it. And I'm like, no. I'm not going to get it at all. I just would rather give up my spot to someone else who would want to do it. And so it's like I'm kind of missing out on something, but one dose. Yeah. So it's like, I kind of feel like I'm gonna miss out on something, but not really. But then I keep thinking like I might, cause I already had it. I already intended on taking a week off of work to do that. So now I'm thinking maybe I'll still just take a week off of work and just sit here and paint every day for a week, like I'm a real artist.
I had to mix it.
It's okay. Mix it with what? That cider?
With some antifreeze. No, not with the cider. It's the cold juice was like that white grape apple juice, and then there was regular apple juice. There was like this much of that juice left.
Damn.
So I just mixed it with the other. It's still apple juice.
Yeah,
It's just
delicious too.
has less white grape now. 2 flavors. Flavorful. Compromise.
Yeah. You know? And so like I said, I might just take the week off and just do a staycation. And not really plan on going nowhere, but hitting the studio like a regular work day, coming in here like 8 hours a day for a week. I can guarantee you I can finish at least up painting. If I can get that next one done, and then the one of my girl on a colorful background, my next show I'll be able to have like several like new paintings done. And plus it's getting close to the end of the year. I need to start burning up this vacation time now before I lose that shit.
You're gonna have a lot of commissions coming in though too for like Christmas time. And
That's why I want to do my shit now. That's why I'm really thinking like I need to hump
and you
now.
might need a day or two for them too. So. Or like just take off the last couple of weeks in December.
That part right there, Jason already put his time in. Yeah, because when he does his time off, he tags me in the email so I know too. And it's like he said December.
Basically, when I take my time off, bitch, make sure you do.
Yeah, and so he got like that last week in December off, going into the new year. Then we got the first week of the new year off.
Because you already know I'm gonna have some time by then. Because I'm starting this new job, so that's when I see. The thing is, this is like a contract, so it's a little bit different with like the probationary period. But even by then, I'll be out of whatever little probationary period they put you in the beginning, and I'm taking off for like. Probably a week in January.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, my birthday's around the corner and I have no idea what we're going to do. But if we're going to go somewhere, I need to start planning it now. And where's Jason going?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he don't go to the same place every year? I'm coming right there.
No. You don't tell nobody where you fucking go. Alright, I need to straighten out a couple of letters on Jose Cuervo, and then I'm gonna drop down to the movie case and try to start lettering the final movie case, and I believe that's when everything have just really popped more. Like it just looks weird, like. Because you can see Ghost in the Shell and the character, and it's like, well, what is that at the bottom here? But as soon as I get the lettering on there and make that DVD case stand out, like, the whole painting will start coming together. I just really want to straighten these letters out a little bit because they're aggravating the shit out of me. Oh. Alright, once again, not trying to make them perfect, you know. They ain't gotta be straight, they just gotta look straight. And they don't even really look straight. I just want them to Just gotta get on the look straight right here real quick. So I was using this brush? Yeah, I think so. Alright.
Imagine being trapped down there. Or, actually, what happened here?
Fire.
Massive cave-in. Bunch of trapped miners. All nearly died. Jed led the whole team back to the surface.
God.
Yeah, that day Foreman Jed became local hero Jed. And then Typhon closed up this site, basically bought Jed the Black Lantern.
Huh.
I'm gonna make some banana bread.
Nice.
Same logo. Did Ethan base his comic on this place?
Some more Rice Krispie treats. Yo, peace out, bro.
Okay.
You want more Rice Krispie
If the
treats instead?
wall is an
Or
illusion.
you want both? I can make the bread and freeze it. I just the bananas are going bad.
Oh yeah.
I'll make you some more Rice Krispie treats too. And then that way we'll have 2 treats for the week. Shaman said, is it Cowboy Bebop, Attack on Titan,
Nothing
Samurai
obvious.
Champloo?
Maybe we should.
Samurai Champloo? That's the shit.
Notice anything?
No shit.
I'll be damned.
The whole story is about Ethan's character breaking into a monster stronghold deep underground.
Sounds like the mine to me. Does it show where he went?
Not sure. The comic ends with the monster hunter climbing a watchtower, which shows him where to go. There. The silo. I bet that's the tower. That's where he went.
You're a genius.
Yeah. Great find outs. Gabe, you want to take a crack at unlocking that gate?
Did she actually find it or did she read somebody's mind?
We should also be able to get to it through the processing building. If we can find a way in.
Let's take a look then. Okay.
Yep. Vampire Hunter D. I had a copy of that. Blood the Last Vampire. Had a copy of that shit. Where she goes to the school and pretends she's a student and fucking gets the goddamn the winged monsters and shit. Yo, the graphics in fucking Blood the Last Vampire was so good, yo. Like the animation was just like so good in that shit. But Vampire Hunter D is the real shit. And then you have Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, the second one with the Marcus brothers, Borgoff Marcus and his other brother. That shit was I don't know, yo. Honestly, Vampire Hunter the second one was as good as the first one to me. And then they did like a Vampire Hunter D like series, I think, and that wasn't that good. I don't think I really ever watched that shit. But the first 2 movies
Is that somebody's lawnmower sounding like that?
are weed whacker. But yeah, Vampire Hunter D is in my top 5. So it's Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Ninja Scroll, Vampire Hunter D.
I'm not gonna lie, out of everything you made me watch, Ghost in the Shell is that shit right now.
Yo, Ghost in the Shell is the shit. I'm trying to tell you, it's such a good movie. Like I said, not even just anime, it's just a good movie. Like that shit was good. But yeah, Vampire Hunter D is definitely in my top 5, yo. What I was saying, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Ninja Scroll, Vampire Hunter D, and see, these are all movies, and I always wanted to throw like Cowboy Bebop in there. But Cowboy Bebop was a series before it was a movie. And so when I try to think of like another movie to round out my top 10, it's always, my top 5 is always like, oh no, it's so hard, yo. Princess Mononoke, maybe. I could put that one in there. As a movie. Yeah, and you can't even like stream these things or watch them for free. Yo. All these old animes, you gotta buy these shits now, yo. Nobody, you can't even watch these shits for free nowhere. But now you got me thinking about Vampire Hunter D, yo. I might have to get her to watch that one. Or Ninja Scroll. Because Ninja Scroll is the man. Like I said, I lost a whole portion of my fucking anime collection with my last breakup, yo. It's like, what the fuck, yo? How many movies I had for literally years. Like, I've had copies of those shits for so fucking long, and then now not to have them is just like shit, bro. Cause I still watch my shit, yo. Like some of my movies, I don't give a fuck how many times I watch them. I can watch them shits 100 times and still be entertained every time I watch that shit, yo. Like she said, we literally just sat through Ghost in the Shell from beginning to end, and that shit is still good
and
to me.
every time I got up, if I even walked to the trash can, this motherfucker paused that shit. Like, no, you were gonna watch every single second of it. And I did. But I'm glad, though, because that one scene where they were just showing off for like a whole minute, 2 minutes, they were just showing off the graphics. I was so impressed. And I'm not an anime fan. I liked it for the storyline and how badass the chick was. But then, like, that 2 minutes changed my mind about anime and was like, okay, now I appreciate, like, the art behind it. Yeah, it was deep, and she was so badass. Like, it was just like...
Gantz, that's a good one. Oh, all these are on your show? That's what's up, yo. Oh, Prince Mononoke, he got that one too. Like I said, that's definitely probably in my top 5 movies of anime. Like, a full-length animated movie. You know what? Damn, you know what? Fuck, bro. Bro, you know what I might have to put in my top 5 over Princess Mononoke? I don't know. It would be like an alternate, kind of. But, yo, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, that shit was good, yo. Was it Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter? Anyway, whichever movie that had fucking that fight scene between Vega and Chun-Li, that was a good movie, yo. Street Fighter 2, animated movie, was it part 2? I don't know. But that's always classic. The Final Fantasy CGI animated series that they do is pretty good. Infinity Children and what was the Final Fantasy Spirits Within and the last DVD. You ain't got that on your shelf. A Scanner Darkly. It's animated, but not really. Eon Flux was the shit. It was Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Yeah. That shit was dope, yo. I had a copy of that shit. Bruh, all my shit is gone, yo. Eon Flux was the series, and then they made the live action movie out of that shit. The live action movie still can't touch the series, though. But then, I think Eon Flux was like Americanized anime. I don't know if that was like a real, like, legit Japanese title, was it? I was never sure about that. But I still love that shit, though. The concept that their ruling elite just clone themselves and to stay in power, and you see the same leader for 500 years. This motherfucker don't never change. Adding some more white paint to this palette.
White paint. You look like you don't work the 8-hour shift, mama. Lazy ass.
And I'm adding white paint so I can, oh yeah, let's see. I'm trying to move down this bottle real quick, and then I'm gonna start lettering that bottom DVD case. As soon as I get this one little white strip for some highlights on this glass, and see how this works out. Yeah, A Scanner Darkly, another classic movie, bro. So classic, yo. And then it's like, I don't know, like I say, it's an animated movie, but it's not animated. And then it has Keanu Reeves in it, and Woody Harrelson, and motherfucker,
Woody's a motherfucker.
Robert Downey Jr. It's like, how all these fucking good ass actors get in this one movie and then like, it's so underrated and like nobody really knows about this shit. Like, what? You've never seen A Scanner Darkly? And then it even has the one scene with Alex Jones in that shit, yo. That yeah. Yeah, that scene was funny as shit. Like, how the fuck, yo? And then there's a little bit of gray, like right here. Like that.
You gonna be my client today? I said, you wanna be my client today?
And do what? You gonna give me a massage?
On my table. 30 minutes, upper body. Unless you want lower body, you can have lower body, but I've always been like, I don't know, all my customers, they used to come to me to get their neck and their back fixed. I had a few truck drivers who would like want some glute massage or calf massage, but most everybody wanted their back and their feet, neck, hands, normal shit. I could get a full body massage, but like if I get a full body massage, I need like a 90-minute or a 2-hour, because I need you to spend 20-30 minutes just on my back, please. Like, if your back ain't right, ain't nothing right. Right? Yeah, guess hit your coworker up next week, maybe. If she can come by and do this. That's gonna be the only stipulation is like, you gotta come to me. If I come to you, I need an extra, minimum an extra $25. Just for my time, my travel, my gas. But really, I feel like it depends. Like, if I have to travel 30 minutes to you and then 30 minutes back, I might have to charge an extra like $40 for that. For my time, because I could have took another client instead. I'm gonna have you paint my portrait in Lego.
That's dope.
That is dope.
I just followed this guy who does like these kind of Lego drawings and paintings.
They better not F up Cowboy Bebop because they screwed up all the other live adaptations.
They're making a live Cowboy Bebop, man. They need to leave that shit alone, bro.
Exactly. That's what he's saying. They screwed up all their other live
Leave that
adaptations.
shit alone, man. I try to tell motherfuckers that shit, bro. Stop. Cease and desist, please.
And not even just with like cartoons and animations, like just in general. Again, Coming to America, The Matrix. There's certain shit that just don't need to be really redone. Although I am excited for another John Wick. Like, he better die in this one, but I am excited for another John Wick. I don't know why Keanu doesn't get more recognition. Like, he gets casted for a lot, but I feel like when people name their favorite actors, a lot of people don't think to name Keanu. Like, yo, this dude can do any role he puts his mind to.
They already got a cast for this shit for Cowboy Bebop. Who are they casting in this thing?
They have to if they're announcing it on Netflix.
Fuck, I just fucked that up.
Harold is Spike from Harold and Kumar.
He's playing Spike Spiegel? No way, he don't even look like a fucking Spike.
Harold from Harold and Kumar? That's funny shit.
He's Indian.
Harold and Kumar was good as shit, though.
The first one and the second one was dumb as fuck. Like,
it was dumb.
The first one was dumb, but it was funny dumb, and the second one was just
funny.
like... The second one was just like stupid. Like, this ain't even funny dumb. It's just like... You just wanted to make more money off of the name, and we get it. Like, oh, this shit made so much dollars in the box office, we can do a part 2. And double what we made. Yeah, and shit everybody out of a good-ass movie experience.
A good movie. I would see a new Cheech and Chong. Like, their kids or something. But even then. He said Keanu has been blackballed. Word? Has he done? Has he really?
I don't see how. He was just in Cyberpunk, and then he got the Matrix 4 coming out, and then he has another movie coming out too, don't he?
One thing he gonna do is get casted, that's for sure.
He just don't fuck around with all that Hollywood pedophile shit, yo. Motherfucker low key. He just did the new Bill and Ted movie they did last year. So they did a Bill and Ted, motherfucking another John Wick coming out, The Matrix coming out. He did the video game last year, or however long they've been working on that game.
What's the guy's name who was on the show on Netflix with the origin of curse words?
Oh, shit.
Can't think of his name. He's funny as shit. I don't know why I just thought of him.
That wasn't Woody Harrelson hosting that shit?
No. He was on that one episode, but it wasn't him. It was a dude that had a little bit of hair. He's kind of like a Russell Brand. Like, not, but like sarcastic and weird.
I can't think of who that was. I remember watching this.
But we know his face when we see him, though.
Yeah. I remember watching the show. Who was hosting that shit?
That guy.
That guy, that one guy, you know.
With the black hair. Or dark hair. But yeah, he's a different caliber of person to begin with.
All right, enough of that bottle for right now. I definitely wanna
take a smoke break, smoke some no pain, and some papayas. I was gonna say berries. I'm not gonna lie, if y'all ever had grape stomper, that is a good strain. We smoked that before, but it was like, it was that pen we had. I only got a couple days to decide what I'm gonna do tonight. You got me tripping, oh, stumbling, oh, tripping, oh, stumbling, crazy 'cause I'm falling in love. Can't help it, just can't help it. What's the strain of the day?
Man, so you got some mystery weed today too.
Some no name? It's the best sometimes. I'm really thrilled with this papayas and banana though. I think I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I smell or taste more. But I know that yeah, I think it's the papaya that I smell. I think the banana was the indica and the papayas was the sativa or hybrid or the other way around. But either way, it's a hybrid. But like I said, I can't with indicas no more. Like straight indicas, I just can't. Unless I'm in the house. Smoke indica on the way to where you're going, and by the time you get there, you don't even want to be there no more.
And oh man, I'm getting to the good part here. So I don't know how I'm really gonna do these letters because they're Okay, I'm gonna need a light purple color. That's gonna be my next task. Is to mix a light purple, and then I'll just go from there. You know, I'll just take it from there, and hopefully that should come out nice. Alright, so what I intend on doing is if I can just at least block in the letters here, and get like a, I don't know, kind of neat start on it. And then I'll work on this glass, which doesn't need a lot more to it. I honestly think it only needs some bright white highlights. Let me
They gave me an extra, a free 30 minutes on my first day.
Nice. But yeah, this cup is almost done. I'm really considering the fabric. Well, except this strip right here. I do want to put some highlights on this strip. But
Yeah.
all the fabric above, I'm not touching that anymore. I think that's done. The liquor bottle, the only thing I'm gonna do next to that is some highlights on the letters and a little bit highlights here on this part of the bottle. Then that's done. The Ghost in the Shell case, I got a little bit more to do on there on the side of it. Very little to do on the cure. Like, this piece is almost done, you know. I was in this bitch all day yesterday though.
Sure.
Like I say, so I know if I take a fucking whole week off and do this shit for a week, I can finish at least 2 more paintings by the time I need them done. There's this one show that this one anime movie I wanted to watch. Dongua, Blades of the Guardians.
I hope I made a good trade-off. I gotta drive further every day now. Well, but I'm home 2 days. And hopefully we'll do like...
Cause you gotta drive farther than I do.
A couple of minutes. It's 35 minutes. But it's only 3 days a week. And I get an hour-long lunch break, which I'm still gonna be spending more time, but that'll give me like when I'm at work and I have just an hour and I can snack throughout the day or eat before lunch, I can literally just take the hour and just work on my schoolwork, like uninterrupted. When I'm home, I get to put the music on, playing with the dog, or let me start on dinner, and then I get sidetracked from my homework. And then I wake up in the middle of the night and do it last night like I did. And if I didn't like set an alarm, I would have just completely flunked on all 3 assignments. Like, so I feel like it'll give me some better time management because I'm not gonna do that shit at 5:30 in the morning after I get back from the gym. Because then I gotta shower and, you know, make breakfast and get ready for work myself. So it's like it just gives me time that's scheduled where I can do my work 3 days a week. And plus without being an entry level, which means I can only upgrade and they'll probably eventually let me work from home the whole time. Like normally after 6 months, once you go through your contract, then they'll let you work from home like permanently.
into the garden. I gotta find a way to watch this shit. Alright, anyway.
It's just comic, this place. Maybe I should compare his drawings with other stuff in the area. Wait, so did Ethan? Oh man.
Alright, what I say, I need to mix a light purple. Just
I
make
think there's like a side door back there.
I don't know. I guess there might be.
Give me a hand.
Give me a hand.
You figured that out from a comic book.
Purple. So I'm gonna use this color.
I'm gonna try to get the lights on. You try to figure out where Ethan went.
Who died and made you captain?
Ethan must have come through here. How did he get out?
It's kind of a purple like that.
What?
Purple.
Go with red. It's always red. Ethan must have gone upstairs. Pretty sure Ethan climbed these stairs.
I wish I wouldn't have watched so much of this game because I kind of want to play it now.
It's the same one. Yeah, I want to play it too. And I was the first one. Like, this shit was so stupid. And I was the one, you fell asleep and I'm still up watching it. I'm like, why are you watching this shit 30 minutes later? I'm like, why?
Story getting good.
And then look, I'm like, we've already seen this. And you're like, we have?
No,
You haven't, but I have.
Yo, she did beat the fuck out of that dude though. That still can't get over that scene, yo. And I really thought her brother was gonna have like a weird reaction to her talking about I got powers, but he was like, that shit.
The silo. We're getting close.
I feel like this is very uneven. I need to I may have to bring this black line up some. Alright, actually, oh shit.
Ethan made the jump from here to the conveyor belt?
Yes, because with Hispanic and black people were
find another way.
This in Clark Summit?
Yeah.
This is best money ever.
Looks like
Everybody
he
knows
climbed the
this.
conveyor belt out to the silo.
I'm not gonna say how much, but it's like it's the same amount. It's like
Heads up!
40 cents less, 20 cents less. But at the other job, that was with the bonus. So whenever the bonus ended, I would have been making less money. This is what I'm making entry level, and this is just for like the beginning. So they already told me like straight off the bat, you're eligible to get a raise after 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's only up.
Request caution.
Whereas in the other company, I would have like, you know.
So since I've been here, I know two like affluent areas, like rich kind of areas.
Oh yeah.
And one of them is like if somebody says, "Oh, I live in Green Ridge," they're saying, "I got money."
I never heard of that.
Exactly, but if someone says, "Oh, I live in the Abingtons or Clark Summit," then you know, like.
And babe, guess what? Guess where it is?
Where? The Abingtons?
Yeah, the township, the Abington Township.
Yeah. And when you go up there, you'll see like, oh, this Republican area.
Right about this
Nobody else
common
know how to
thing.
live up there.
We're burning minutes here. I hope so
That's like a
I'm
money.
gonna fit in too.
Yeah, that's money area.
I'm gonna fit in. You already know. I know how to play my part.
What
I mean,
took
I
you
have
so
to
long?
pretend at every job I work at, but at least with this one, like I said, like
Never forget
the
how
man
to
who
break the
recruited
lock.
me is Hispanic,
Mm-hmm.
and the
It's
lady
riding
who's the
away.
manager is Caucasian, but she's very nice, and it doesn't matter. Like I don't care about working with white people.
Where to
But
next,
it's
Alex?
just at my last job, I was one of the only straight people and one of the only mixed people / black people. Actually, I was the only black person in the whole entire office.
Mm-hmm.
I was the youngest. Like my boss, she was married, but she was like in her 50s. But like everybody else was like gay and white and from Pennsylvania, and I don't care. But it's just no diversity.
Baynor looks out from the watchtower and spots the secret
You know, my
entrance
favorite
to the
person is gay and
stronghold.
white.
We can just...
And then the person who reset my password, she was Indian.
There.
So
That's where he's heading.
they don't
That's by the
discriminate.
ravine. Shit. Let's go.
And they have really good clients too. Like I'm working for, it's called Baker Tilly and Aston Carter. But they have all different positions. Like they bring people on for jobs and stuff, and then they have like admin roles, like which I'm doing. And it's a company called Aerotech,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be working with some of their employees, doing some administrative work for Aerotech, which I don't even know really what Aerotech is.
Aerotech is a staffing company, and they
Okay.
help other people get jobs.
Okay. But I know like everybody that they work with is like a well-known name. Like
Ethan! Ethan!
there's a place called
Ethan!
Sterling that does like some background checks and stuff. But yeah, they got me like, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Like whether I'm gonna be doing like I don't think I'm gonna be doing the actual hiring, but I know I'm gonna be doing like some type of like benefits or like admin work. Which is fine, because it's all kind of the same. You learn what to do and then you do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you know how to send emails and use the internet, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alex! I'm scared!
Yo,
Ethan, I'm
what
coming
about
for you,
that
buddy.
background check, though?
Hold on.
Make sure you are who you say you are. Oh, shit. Speaking of
Ethan? You okay? Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here. Just hang on.
His fear is so strong. If I get near it,
It's no good. We're too heavy.
shit. What about me?
Alex, are you sure? Remember how I taught you how to anchor a belay? Awesome. Show me. You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm alright.
You sure?
Of course I'm not alright, dickhead.
No, I'm good.
You know, I actually believe you when you say that. Alex, can you make eye contact with me? I'm gonna tie this rope around your waist. The other end is tied around your brother. He'll use that stump as a fulcrum to feed rope your direction. Follow?
So far.
Awesome. You're doing super good. Remember, slow is steady. Steady's fast. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Hang on, Ethan. I'm coming.
You got this, Alex.
Go back! You'll get hurt! I'm not going back without you. You're just with me till we're both safe.
Alright, sis. Real close. Just a little further.
Hey, Ethan? I'm here to help, okay? No! Get away! Shit. It's too much. I have to get him to chill out. Ethan, I need you to calm down. Can you breathe for me? I should never have come out here. I was so stupid. Okay, hey, focus. Talk to me. You want to tell me how you got out here?
I was trying to cross to the other side. The log fell.
That's fine. That's okay. Let's talk about what comes next. Gabe's got us. We're not gonna fall. He's the other end of the rope.
No, I can't move. If I move,
You're not gonna fall, buddy.
it doesn't matter.
He's not making any sense. I need him to calm down. We can't stay here, Ethan. We have to.
It'll see me. If I move, it'll see me.
What's gonna see you?
You don't understand.
He's right. I don't. I can't help him if I don't understand he's afraid of. And the only way to understand is to feel what he's feeling. Oh, fuck. I can't believe this is happening.
You're
I
right.
can do
Those
this.
curse words definitely make me.
I can do this. Oh my god. What's happening? It's like I'm seeing the world through his eyes.
He brought all this stuff. None of it will save me.
I'm not just feeling what Ethan feels. I'm seeing the world like he sees it.
I can have the logic, but it doesn't need to be.
Have you seen Dr. No?
One wouldn't be afraid, but he's just as
Dr.
strong.
No?
This
This
is
is
real.
Okay. He's not afraid of the fall. He's afraid.
Shit. Can't let it see me. Can't let it see me.
It can't be real. Oh, but it looks pretty fucking real. Hey. Hey, I see it too, Ethan. The monster? I see it too. And I'm just as good as you are. But Ethan, we're safe. You know why? It can't see me. Bangle of vanishing, just like Knife Warden.
I thought that was just a story.
Hell, some stories are true. Like monsters. So, you're gonna hold my hand, alright? As long as you're touching me, you're safe. Don't look down, okay? We'll be done before you know it.
Oh, that shit's crazy.
So is the little boy really seeing some shit, or is he just like schizophrenic or something? And he's living in his own world, and she can actually see like his hallucinations, or?
One step at a time.
That's the question. But either way, she can see what he sees.
Yeah, or is he like tapped into a different realm or something? Like,
Alex? Yeah, buddy? I'm still really scared.
you know what, little nigga? Me too. Cause you seeing some crazy shit here, bro.
I got you. But what if you let go? Shit.
Okay, so I started lettering and I took the letters off because I think I was making them too small.
But if it does, I am gonna hold on to you.
So let me just try to make them a little bigger this time. I'm gonna just try to do it real quick just to get them on there, and then I can come back and shape them up later. I thought they called off the fucking explosion. So what the fuck? That's what you get for not telling him that the kid was going down there to start with? Wow. Wow, that's fucked up.
Well, that wasn't it. Okay. I was about to say what happened.
I'm not big on speeches.
I'm not big on speeches.
I've always believed that the role of the bartender is to shut up and listen. And by that measure, Gabe was the worst bartender I've ever known.
I never issued a speeding ticket to someone on a bicycle before, till he came on.
He cared so much about my admissions essay. Even though he probably couldn't spell admissions or essay. He
He booked my band to play the lantern. All the way from Seattle to pretty much right where I'm standing.
I can recall 14 specific instances where Gabe said something that made me laugh. The first was 2 years ago. So, long story short, instead of a ticket, I ended up buying him a beer.
Gabe stood like 3 feet away, grinning like a doofus at us. I'm sure there were more people, but I only remember him.
And then he said, I know! That's why the K is silent. Then the 5th time...
He cared about everyone.
He was the kind of guy you wanted to be around. He was a world-class bullshitter.
He was my best friend.
All I want to say about Gabe is he came into this bar as a stranger, but he left it as family. Guess that's that then. What happened to Gabe was a senseless, tragic accident. And I just wish that...
It wasn't an accident.
Son, now is not the time.
Gabe called the mine. I gave him my sat phone to be sure he could get through. They fucked up. Now Gabe's dead.
That was my shift. If anyone had called, it would have gone through me. Nobody called.
You're lying. In front of Gabe's own fucking sister. Alex heard the whole thing.
He's right. I was there when Gabe made the call.
I'd like to hear what you have to say about that, Mac.
I'm not saying anything. Just, I didn't get a call. Draw your own conclusions.
All right, folks. This is an ongoing investigation.
How about we review the sequence of events?
Well, son.
When I saw you at the record store, you seemed pretty eager to find Gabe. Remember why? Another fight with Riley, maybe?
No, I don't have to take this.
Just saying. Pretty wild that you come stumbling out of Gabe's apartment with your face all fucked up.
Right.
And just a couple hours later, you just so happened to miss the call that would have saved his life.
But I told you there was no call to miss. And maybe the call got dropped. Oh, shit, I mean, it's not like Gabe was Mr. Reliable all the time.
Watch your mouth, Mac.
Right, that's enough. Now, I'm just as eager as you to understand all this, son, but there was a time...
Bullshit, Dad. This little weasel's calling Gabe a liar at his own fucking wake.
No, I am just telling you.
Mac, I swear, if you say there was no call one more fucking time...
Stop it! Stop it now! This is not the time or place. We're all here for Gabe. Okay, Ryan?
Sure. I'm sorry. It's not... I'm just... I'm not the one who killed him.
Aren't you, though?
What the fuck did you just say?
Ryan, back off.
Oh, I'm just saying. I thought I heard that you were the one.
You shut the hell up.
No, go ahead. You got something to say, Mac? Let's fucking hear it.
Come on, guys. Don't make me intervene.
All right, fine. As long as we're tossing around accusations, way I hear it, you're the guy who cut the rope.
Why not you? It's over. Everyone out.
Alex?
Hey.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
God, no. I'm a fucking wreck.
It's not your job to keep it together.
Thanks. Do you, it's messy, but do you want to come in?
Sure. You play guitar?
Sort of. It was a gift from Gabe.
Cool. Gabe would try to pop wheelies outside the record store to make me laugh. Never worked. Till he wiped out. That was hilarious. Gabe really wanted to do the LARP for Ethan. But by the end of it, he was more jazzed about it than anybody.
Wish I could have seen it.
We took this a year ago. No way. I can't.
What?
He actually kept it. Sorry. I just need a minute.
Yeah, no problem. Calm down, Alex. You're fine. You're fine. Whatever that bottle made her think of, it really messed her up. I wonder if I could help her the same way I helped Ethan. I need to feel her sadness to figure out how to help her. I can find out what's really going on with Steph.
What are they called again?
Don't shit on my yard! They're amazing! Their guitarist has one arm.
Badass. Damn it, fucking overpowered blue meteor.
Aww. Is your controller broken too?
We're playing until I win.
Then I'll be crashing here tonight. Dude, give it up. I already booked a bus ticket.
Wait, hear me out. One more game. If I win, you have to stay. If you win, I'll cover the ticket.
You just lost $50.
Here's to your new job at the station.
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm not taking it. I move to Denver next week.
You what? Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your new foosball champion, Gabe Chen.
Oh, you're the worst. Can't believe I have to stay in this stupid town.
I think we both know you could have beat me if you really wanted to. So you're welcome.
Bullshit.
I think I know enough to help her now. Still can't believe he's gone.
Yeah. He's the whole reason I'm still... I'm sorry, Alex. Don't mind me.
Want to get a few matches of Dino Racer in? Could be a nice distraction.
No thanks. I just need a minute.
That didn't help. I could put on a record, if you like.
Nah, not really in the mood.
Maybe something else. Can I get you a drink or anything?
No thanks. I appreciate the offer, though.
Sure. That wasn't right. How about a quick match?
Did Gabe tell you he played?
I just had a hunch.
Yeah? Well, you're right. I don't really get a great time.
What are you about to do?
Fine.
First to 5 points?
If you say so.
Honestly, I'm still sleepy, but I'm kind of hungry too. I'm gonna put some fruit or something to snack.
So, how often did you and Gabe play?
It was one of our favorite games.
You must be pretty good then.
Mm-hmm.
Downstairs, that's dishes.
You were in a band, right?
Yeah.
What'd you play?
Drums.
You still staying here for a bit?
How long did you play with them?
I'll wrap it up real quick.
Gotcha.
I'll come back later.
Let me put some respect on this. Great. Fantastic. Peace, shaman.
Peace out, bro. I'll probably wrap it up for a little while too. come back up here later on. I got a good bit done though.
Oh, you staying up here with him? Fine, bye. That's what I thought.
5 points.
Looking
That's
good,
game.
looking
Yep.
great.
Big shocker.
Hey, at least you played your best.
I mean, that obviously wasn't my best.
No, I get it. And this is a tough game. Where skill, timing, and the will to be a champion.
Is that how it is?
Okay. Joking aside, playing this stupid game with you is exactly what I need right now.
You're on. I'm actually trying this time, so you better focus.
I am focusing.
Good. When will we get distracted or anything?
Certainly not.
Greatest Northwest band of all time, go.
Are you trying to distract me?
Of course not. Slater Kinney, if you were wondering. I was actually trying that time. Okay, wait.
Alright, yo, I'm out of here. Catch you next time.